Oh, I got
Hi,
two
Mom.
pens. All right. Anyway, so
Hey, Mama, I'm on TV.
shut up. All right. All right. So, is there any questions at all before we begin?
No.
If so, hit me with them now. All right, then we'll get into it. So, last time, I don't really have a gimmick cartoon to say. They're all out of my brain right now. But anyway, so the poltergeist at the window. Now, we had a little bit of a conversation with it in that Yuveld, hit my mic, sorry. Yuveld cast a message and decided to ask, what the fuck do you want, bro? Why do you want to deal with us? And came to the disturbing realization that inside this room, according to the poltergeist, there are six lights. Six lights which need to be extinguished. There were six living people in the room. Now, as it began banging at the door, pounding upon it, Kali, on her hands and knees, went crawling off down to where the back door was. Instead, hits a side panel on the wall, which opens up kind of like a trapdoor swing up into the rest of the wall itself, which leads to this ladder going down. At this point, you had begun to hear outside the doorway this kind of scared conversation from a humanoid and the poltergeist itself, with the poltergeist essentially saying, if you open the door, I'll let you leave and I'll let you live. Now, as he went to open the door, I believe it was Casima's Chaos Bolt that smacked him straight in the face.
It was.
Yeah. So, when
No big
Casima's
deal,
Chaos...
just smacking poltergeist in the face.
No, you smacked the person.
Oh yes,
smacked a
people.
guy.
That too. I don't discriminate.
Same difference.
There's no difference, okay? One's living, one's dead. What's the difference? Who cares?
Who cares?
Anyway, as the Chaos Bolt went flying outward, I believe it was force damage, and you essentially just winded this person and sent them right into the ground, with the poltergeist now tearing off past it. You all began running to this back area, where, going down the ladder one by one, and we get to where Oswald is, with Boris, his automaton steel defender, Boar. What does Oswald do? Kicks Boris down the ladder.
Baby.
Of course I do.
Kicks him down the ladder.
Unforgivable.
And then, we had
Monster.
a little bit of a impromptu chase scene where you began making your way through this tunnel for about maybe 40 feet, and the beams on the sides began to buckle and break. And after exiting out into the wilderness, when I say wilderness, you're about 40 feet away from the shop itself, hotel, you do see the lights flickering from the inside and the clattering and smashing as the poltergeist just unleashes fury on the second level. Then you get to know that Kali had owned the place for about 15 years or so. And you're all wondering, how the fuck did she miss the body? But in any case, she gives you one last piece of advice before stealing away off into the night, which is when you go to the keep, Stroudsburg Keep, no open flame. Which would have been helpful for Oswald to know in the pre-campaign session. Now,
That's crazy.
after you begin making your way around the outskirts of the town, stealthing your way through the shadows of the night, you begin to see shadowy figures of spirits, because this is the night of communion, and one of which was a little bit disturbing as you watched this younger, spectral, feminine form turn into a much larger, burlier, masculine, guy with a beard and whatnot. Now, only the poltergeist had shown any hostility towards you or even noticed you, but you could tell there was way more than that in the town. We get a little bit of information on ghosts itself, that the creatures of habit, they get more sluggish the further they get away from their place of death or where they have their link to the world of the living. We also remember that the poltergeist, the whole time it was in that window, it kept at least one eye on Oswald the whole time. And then we take a short rest by the river.
Yay.
Sorry. We get to know a little bit more about the book that we discovered in Luciana's floorboards. Sounds a little bit odd to say. With several passages of this older archaic undercommon being translated by both Adam and Yuvel's efforts. and they read like prayers. And I'll read them out as follows, just so you've got them fresh in your heads, because they're kind of somewhat important. Now, the first one being, the principle we put upon our brow was slaughter, constant and escalating. The principle we put behind our eyes was victory, which is the last true shape. The principle we put in our hands was tribute to Vihar, the emperor of nothing, the betrayer, tithing to our lord. That the first navigator might escape the need to kill for subsistence the worm need, that he might use his power to lead the work, a most faithful servant, most faithful. The second one was, hear me, O waning stars, O tattered rags of sky. I will stop her up this tearing gulf with vengeance. The third one being, in world the stars never shone, the worm never bred in our flesh, we lived for a day, our teeth were too short, we were hungry for things we could not eat. The fourth one being, death is the last part of the living, and life is learning to die. The song is the same as singing, the last truth commands me to eat all the light in the sky. I will go on forever, I will understand.
Bars.
And then we get to the shut up. And then we get to the fifth one, the fifth and final one that you managed to translate in this time, this 15-20 minute period. Abase yourself, weapons and instruments. Submit yourself, shapes and gliders, automata all. I am Vihar, doomsayer and salvation's hand. Behold my performance of the last true shape, the final axiom. Witness the space that I define. I approach the asymptote. I grow vast across topologies. I am not simply connected. Apologies for any noises you hear in the background.
No worries.
Now, one second.
This is really spooky, guys.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
scary shit, man.
So, making your way into the Shroudspire Keep itself, there was no signs of life within the hall, and you all now realize that this place used to be a priory, a church. And you make your way through the parlor into the kitchen, and through the doorway which had been exploded, partially. And opening it, you sent Boris in first. As question, was that comment in character? Landmine comment, was that in character?
Of course it was.
Oh god.
You sent Boris the landmine detector in first. Casima
Unforgivable.
had a pretty good idea of using
Boris will remember that.
lightning as a light source.
Everybody disliked that.
And you begin to make your way through the tunnel, and you notice that the architecture begins to get older. And then, as Boris chugs along past the stone benches, you notice that there is like this older backpack upon one of them, which has Rotfang Adventuring Company embossed on the front flap, and in it itself is moldy, food that's essentially just crap at this point. Sachets of salt and iron fillings, and 2 metal cylinders. Decided to light one. You discovered it's a magnesium flare.
Magnesium flare.
The
Flashbang!
rest of the ingredients were for thermite.
Oh,
Well, we
Imagine
didn't pick
accidentally
up
lighting
the.
that one off.
We didn't pick up
So-
the other ingredients. We
No,
forgot
no,
them.
we didn't.
I remember that.
Adam picked up some salts, but not the iron. Now, you kept the detect magic up, saw the alarm spell, and after tripping it, I failed to remember if it was on purpose or not. You decided, or Oswald and
Absolutely on
Boris
purpose.
decided to charge ahead, and you began to hit a slide. And Yuval and Casima had a pretty good idea of getting rope, because you don't know how long this drop is. But
it wasn't
as you tie it
enough.
and secure it, you go down 100 feet before the rope is ripped from your grasp, and you're now in this stone room with 4 archways, the 4th being the one you've come from. There's a brazier in the center. The wood looks somewhat newer than it should have, considering the age of the room itself, maybe left by the adventuring party. It's not lit. Now, the archways had footprints going down each, but the right one, has no returning footprints. And as you begin to make your way down there, Boris and then Oswald step on this kind of smaller leather beaten shoe. And then you feel vibration under your feet as around you this kind of unholy matrimony of chaotic screams just echoes not out in the corporeal plane,
Lovely
inside your
staircase
heads.
would walk down it again 100
Absolutely.
times over.
10 out
Now,
of 10
you begin
experience.
racing down it as best as you could, trying your best to come up with remedies on the fly, wax being one of them. It did not work. Now, you come into this essentially like a church area or communion area, as there are benches on either side. It very much looks like like architecture-wise a stereotypical Christian church, but at the back on the altar behind it is this raised dais with a black banner with a white symbol that looks almost like it could have been made just finger painting if the fingers were talons. But in front of that was the 7 spectral floating monks, light blue in color, kind of hard to tell their faces, but in front of them is the same woman that is Luciana. And Oswald decides to say, actually, you know
Halt,
what?
villain!
There we go.
Explain yourself!
Absolutely. And she decided to not greet that with combat or animosity, but just turn around and simply say, I'm so glad you've came. Or you finally arrived. Something along those lines. My dog is wanting to get out. Give me one
Hey
second.
you, you're
It was not
finally
being-
awake.
I mean, oh shit! I actually cast. I forgot about how I cast Hold Person on her. I forgot about that.
What do you
I
want,
killed
eh?
them with my gun. Good game, guys.
What do you want, you little gutter rat, eh?
Don't call your dog a gutter rat.
She
Just a
is.
She's a
puppy.
lovely
Loving way.
creature.
She's my little gutter rat, and she
Ah,
knows
okay,
it.
understandable.
I can't give you attention all night. You're gonna have to get down now. What have you got in your ear?
I love calling
I'm gonna
little
bath you
creatures
tomorrow.
bastards lovingly.
Wait,
Oh,
down.
boys.
Down you get, baby. Good go. All right. Now, any questions before we begin?
Just a comment that I did
What
try.
kind of dog?
Oh, actually.
What kind of dog? Jack Russell Terrier.
Ah,
A
lovely.
baby. Oh.
I have
Okay.
just
She's
one
pretty big.
question.
She's pretty big for
I
her
have one
size.
question. What the dog doing?
She's currently under the
You
table
will be the
playing with my
first to
socks.
die.
Adorable.
All right.
Just a
Any
comment
Those
that I
were
questions?
the
did.
only important questions.
That
Yeah.
I did try casting Hold Person on Luciana, which failed.
You
Alas.
did.
I
You
did, yeah.
indeed, and it did fail.
I tried, and that is what is important. I am down to 1 spell slot. Anyways, now we can
Good
begin.
job. Okay.
Oh, well.
So, we all ready to begin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So excited.
So, in front of you, Luciana stands maybe 30 feet away, but her voice carries clear throughout this room that's been abandoned to time and maybe other nefarious sources. And she has this distant look in her eyes, her expression. Everything about her seems kind of like a puppet that's just been cut from its strings. What would you all like to do in response to what she said?
I still have the finger out outstretched.
Can we sort of like fan out kind of around her between her and the doorway we just walked through to sort of just casually surround her, you know, no big deal. Not threatening, just chilling around her
So-
coincidentally.
When you say this, apologies, I do need to just clarify. Are you wanting to when you say fan out, do you mean like get around her or come out like a diagonal? I'm just sorry, I'm
Just
currently trying
the
to.
4 of us, or how many are there
5.
of us?
There's
5?
5
I
plus
don't know
Boris.
numbers. Just the 5 of us, like, kind of forming a U around her.
Gotcha. Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
If Yvel
I
notices,
agree.
So
Once you
Casima's
guys
gonna start
to
moving
do that,
to do
Yvel is
that.
also...
If you guys want to follow, then
Yeah.
cool. But yeah.
Sai will do that, but he's gonna keep an eye, especially on the monks, because the spectral monks, because he doesn't trust those things.
They're just
Speaking of which,
chilling
what
out
are
as
they
is, right?
doing? Like, are they just There?
They're like
They're
floating
sitting under the desk
essentially-
and playing with his socks.
They're essentially floating behind her. Like maybe 2 feet from her shoulder. All 7 of them kind of crowding around.
But they're not doing anything.
No.
Okay. Yveld is going to kind of... Yveld looks really nervous, by the way. Like, this has been an eventful couple of hours. Normally it is not as eventful. And she's going to say, Luciana Namrask, correct? We have a lot of questions we would like to ask you, and if we could maybe go to a nice, cozy tavern, we could talk there, please? Her hands are, by the way, just covering right over her component pouch, just in case. Like, she looks tense as
Absolutely.
fuck.
I still have my finger outstretched Phoenix Wright style.
Sai is keeping a very wide, vigilant eye on every single one of the monks. The moment those things move, he's grabbing his scimitar.
Absolutely. So as you say this, Yveld, she looks forward and... Yes. Kind of drifts off for a moment before begins to collect herself. I was and she goes to speak, go to open her mouth once more. For from behind her, one of the monks' ghosts leans forward, and just you can't tell what they're saying because it's not a discernible language, no matter what you tried. But she appears to straighten and just right. Right. All for who are you?
I mean,
Who is she looking at?
You can't tell, but she's facing towards you guys.
Do you not recognize me?
No. I
Oh,
know what this is. Oh. Now I need you all to make a perception check as she goes on to talk.
All
sure
right,
thing.
perception check. Let's
decent
go.
at those.
Perception.
Let's see.
That's a
Natural
That's
one.
five.
17
one.
plus 3, that's
Four.
20, a dirty 20.
14.
19.
I got a 14.
14, 19, 20, 1. What did Adam get?
I got a 2 plus 5.
7.
Okay. So,
Oh,
Yveld,
plus 3, sorry.
Kasima.
Total was 5.
Okay. Yveld, Kasima, and Sai. She goes to open her mouth to talk again, and from behind her in unison, the 7 monks open their mouths too. And now you look at them as they're about to speak. You notice that this whole time that she's been talking, they've been moving their mouths as well.
Oh shit.
He is possessed. I knew it.
Oh my god.
Well, we were right.
But she goes on to keep talking. I think you're here to kill me.
No, no,
Um,
what? No.
That was not our initial thought, no.
It wasn't
No,
our
that's
thoughts,
nice.
period.
Nope. No.
She looks at Oswald.
Shaking his head, no.
I mean,
Kasima?
yes.
Can Kasima do what?
Does Kasima see anything like an altar or any kind of maybe runes that may be anchoring the monks here or anything like that?
So, it was hard to see before in this dim light, but as your eyes have adjusted, behind them, essentially in like the spots before the pews give way to the altar, and in front of it appears to be this raised stone circle, about maybe knee height. And That's odd because the architecture itself, the stonework, looks very vastly different to the room. And that seems interesting enough to take note of. Behind that, though, is the altar itself. I will say this. You are absolutely welcome to any of you to ask to roll religion, history, whatever checks you want if you think of something on the fly.
Okay.
Okay.
Could I actually roll
do just
maybe a
wanna-
history check in regards to like if these 7 spirits have any like significance? I think there are 7 of them, right? 7, yes.
There are 7 of them, yeah?
I'll also
Yes.
point out what I saw to Eveld because I figure she may know more.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna roll an insight check to see if I can glean anything about what they're doing here, or if I can like
Alright,
see.
so hold that thought on the inside check just a sec, keep that in mind. You've held your history.
Do I roll with advantage because of Cosima pointing it out, or just straight up history?
Well, you're asking about the 7 monks themselves.
Actually, yeah, I
but
am
you
rolling.
would. So, yeah, so.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Alright.
Okay, yep.
No, it's okay. It's not you.
History time. Natural 20! Jesus.
Oh my
Nice.
lord!
I love this dice. Plus 5, so
Okay.
that's a 25 in total.
So, apologies for screaming. So, you do hear. Oh, not hear. You do remember Oswald.
Remember hearing.
Well, maybe not Oswald saying it out loud, but at least in the information that he had shared about this place. This used to be a priory, and that much was apparent from the main hall. Now, when it was revealed that the monks here practiced following dark entities, which you assume is loosely older era terms for the tarnished gods, the lords and ladies that came to rule over this land set the priory alight. But the 7 most wicked, the 7 most foul, were thrown down a well for their sins. That is a well behind them.
I do
Oh boy.
want to straight up. Adam just wants to straight up ask, like, why do you think we're here to kill you?
She told me.
Who did?
She is the librarian. Bookkeeper, knowledge become flesh. Now, Sai, you can roll your insight check.
I did, and it was a 17. I'm trying to specifically glean what their intentions are here.
Can I roll a religion check to see what entity? Because that sounds like some kind of spiritual entity.
Absolutely.
Not like an actual librarian.
So we can get to that. Yeah, just hold that thought. So, when you say what they're trying to do here, do you mean Luciana or the monks?
Oh, the
These
monks.
are the 2 different.
The monks.
Now, from the earlier description, spirits like these are held in large to their place of death, something that has great significance to them. 7 practicing monks being thrown down a well for their perceived sins is reason enough to stay, reason enough to be malevolent, reason enough to be malicious in intent to any living that step within their former home. So, what it seems like to you with a 17 on the insight, it's a little bit unclear, but it doesn't really feel like there's much of a game plan apart from maybe what they used to practice. That's all you're kind of grasping at.
All right.
Would I be
Is there-
able to try to like?
So, do you want me to roll?
Yeah, just one sec. You roll and just tell me this afterwards. Sorry, Kasim, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna. Would I be able, as we've like kind of arched around her, would I be able to sort of try to slowly, sneakily edge my way toward that altar?
You can make a stealth check, and we'll get to that in just a sec. So, Oswald, what did you roll for religion?
That
1
is an
second, my
11.
dog's gonna start barking. All right.
Oh no.
That is an 11 plus 6 for a 17.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Well,
Hit me with that lore.
Stealth, I got a 12.
Oh.
Lore.
Okay, so
Tasty lore.
don't stop barking, please. I don't want to deal with that. Okay, so 11 on the religion.
17. It's 11 plus
17.
6.
Wonderful. So with a 7, 1 second. I'm gonna go put her in her bed first.
Aww.
Dog.
Poor dog.
Puppy.
Restless doggo.
Doggo want attention.
Dogs and ghosts.
Jack Russell's like
Alright,
super
apologies for all the
Dogs
interruptions.
and ghosts.
Okay,
No worries.
so alright, 17 on religion. Now, in Luciana's book, you would definitely assume it's hers. There was mention of the Emperor of Nothing, the betrayer, which is Vihar. None of you would not know who this is. This is the most famous figure in pretty much all of our history, or infamous rather.
Oh damn.
Now, a librarian is something completely different. And your earlier comment of her being a cultist of what you now assume is Vihar holds a little bit less sway, which is odd. Because the librarian with a 17 on religion is Omnigul, Will of 1,000 Wills. Now, the librarian, essentially, as tales tell, Omnigul is this eldritch being that deals in knowledge. Now, knowledge can come from many things. You and I, humanoids, would assume that it comes from a book or spoken mouth. Omnigul deals with a little bit. Apologies. Omnigul deals in a little bit more sacrilegious, shall we say, dealings of that, which is knowledge of the flesh. She consumes, or it could even be correct in this case, consumes souls, brains, minds, bodies, in an effort to retain and store knowledge of the living and the dead and everything in between. It's what the librarian persuades itself to.
And what did Luciana just say?
The librarian. She
Right.
who knowledge become flesh.
Okay.
Is her
Now
name
with 12.
Oh.
Yeah. We're gonna
Is her
we're
name-
gonna go for the stealth stuff real quick, and then we'll get to
Yeah.
we'll take it around. So 12 in the stealth. You begin creeping your way toward the altar. And one of the monks does turn to watch you. Nothing happens, they don't move, they don't do anything.
Okay. So I'm able to get over to it.
Yes.
That's weird, isn't
Can
it?
I-
Like,
There, you're gonna be on that altar.
I just not on it. What? No. I wanna try and like just see if I can figure out what the goal of it is, I guess. Like, is it clearly a
What's the
sacrificial altar? Is it an altar meant to summon something? Like, if I could discern the nature of it, possibly.
So I will say this. You know, at church, in Christian church, when they have like the stand and then the book rests atop it, that's what I mean by altar. It's essentially like this raised dais with
Oh no,
that
I'm
above it.
talking like the stone altar thing.
Oh, well, as you get closer, you notice that this stone, like knee-high thing, it's not an altar. It's not even a table. It's a very big hole in the middle.
So probably like a portal type deal.
Well, you look down it, and even in this dim light, you see the faint light reflections of... No, this thing is deep. Deep down inside of it, this sort of hole is essentially about 5 feet in diameter. And looking down, you see the faint reflections of light upon water.
It's the
So it's a well.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I feel like didn't we hear something about a well?
Yeah, Oswald
7
would have
monks.
mentioned that the like 7 monks, the priory itself was burned, but 7 of the wickedest monks were tossed down a well.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And he told us that, right? So Kasuna knows
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Okay. Um I guess Cosima will just tell everyone that she found the well.
Now, as you do, Adam, what did you want to do?
Oh yeah, I wanted to look for any of that archaic undercommon language, if it's like etched in anything or like written somewhere. Because
Doesn't
I'd
appear
imagine
to
there's like
be.
stuff on like decor and shit.
I won't waste your roll. There doesn't appear to be.
Okay.
So, as you call this out, she turns around slightly and then looks back at all of you, and her arms are crossed behind her back. And she speaks not with one, but with multiple voices. A single word comes from her lips, which is yes. Goes on to say, that is indeed the well.
I kind of gets this guilty look and kind of feels bad for them because he feels like they were done dirty by being thrown down the well. That's kind of mean.
They've
Evil? Can
committed
they really be
so
done
many
dirty?
crimes. They have done so
Maybe they're
much
just
terrible
really
shit.
wicked for monk
These guys are
standards. Like,
heinous, aren't they? I mean, who
Sai doesn't know
knows?
that.
if monks
Sai
are
is
just
very
like
unaware
chill
of this.
homies, like some monk that like was like, your outfit looks bad today.
The
Maybe
only
that was
Maybe they were
kinda-
just
for monk
quirky.
standards.
The only kind of monks Sai knows about are like the peaceful kind, I would assume.
Yeah.
So he
So,
has no idea if they've done anything wrong.
Yveld
Have
is
you-
going to start taking very slow steps, just very as cautiously, slowly, as smoothly as possible towards Luciana as she says, Luciana, we are not here to harm you. I've seen your research, and I, for one, am very, very curious. I would love to just talk about it.
I second
Someplace
that.
other than this, because this place gives me the creeps.
I
So,
also
how
second
about
that.
you come with us and, we'll just talk as friendly acquaintances.
at this kind of faint half smile plays upon her face, dimples kind of faintly showing. Who's Luciana?
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Told you she was possessed.
I
Sai's
don't
gonna
think-
point to the girl they're talking through, and he's just gonna say, "That's Luciana." As far as
Who
he's
are you
aware.
talking to then?
I think we're talking to the monks
You're saying
now.
it in character. Oh, okay.
No, we've been talking to the monks. Sai's been keeping an eye on the monks all the time. He's
I'm
been
gonna
seeing the
five,
mouth
dog.
move.
So who's saying what?
Maybe.
Sai's just gonna point out that the person is Luciana. As far as Sai is aware, he's assuming, of course.
Oh dear, oh dear. So hi. I'm assuming I'm speaking to one or all, and she kind of gestures to the monks of you. Could we please have this person back? I just want to ask her a few questions, and then you can have her. What would you need her for, anyways?
We are one and one is we. And it has been so very long since we have felt alive.
Oswald opens his eyes a bit wide and says, "Everyone, I've made a realization. There are now 7 of us in this room. If we count Luciana,
At
We
that,
can't
can Adam just
count
sneak away?
Luciana.
There's nowhere to sneak to.
Oh, cool.
and
Can I cower
Cool.
somewhere? Hide somewhere.
and
You said this was like a
Sure.
church thing. Are there like the long chairs?
Yes.
Whatever you call
Yes,
them?
there are.
Use.
You'd have to get closer
Use.
to them.
Yeah. Or can I just scooch over? Maybe just do a bit of cowering, as you would.
Oswald, what did you realize? I mean, we
They
can't
want
really
to
count
feel
to the 7.
alive, and there's 7 of us.
Wait.
And there are 7 monks.
Yvette kind of like looks around the
I
room.
think we should leave.
Where?
Cosima is.
I must thank you very much for your hospitality, but we have business that must be taken care to above ground. So if you would kindly just show us the exit to this place, that would be greatly appreciated.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh God!
Disadvantage
We're gonna fucking
versus-
die.
Oh, you gave them
Oh
ideas.
shit, that is surprisingly good. 19 plus 3.
At disadvantage?
Oh, disadvantage?
Oh
No.
I
no!
was gonna say I was like 2 19s or something.
Nope. That is a 10 plus 3 for 13.
Hmm.
Her mouth opens, and this time you do hear the full 7 voices behind it, or maybe just one. You can't
I
tell.
want to shoot her
They are
right now.
merged.
Or shoot
Oh,
right
Do
now.
you? Do you?
Yeah.
This is a,
Does it count
okay.
as
Oh,
flanking
no.
since
No,
I'm at
no,
the
no,
well?
no.
It does count as flanking.
That's-
If you want to
that's for-
shoot her, then you shoot her.
Wait,
That's
wait,
for
wait.
melee.
Wait.
I want you to
Is
think very
Oswald
carefully.
trying to
Do you
shoot
want to do
someone?
this, Adam?
No, that's
no.
Adam.
Adam. Oh shit. Does
Okay, I
Yvette
was
see this?
thinking
Because she's absolutely like,
specifically.
if Yvette sees Adam trying to shoot like Luciana, she's going to try and stop him. Like.
Okay. So the things are that like there's kind of no other way out of this that we know of, and 2, I was waiting for you to say like that like all voices came through her, because I want to do a dazing shot and I can only hit one creature with that. I was hoping I
Okay.
could do some fucking
Ooh.
If you
That-
want to
bullshit.
shoot, then you shoot.
Oh god.
Roll the hit.
Alright,
Oh no.
maybe I will.
Oh
Maybe I
dear.
will. Second ever bullet fired in this world ever. Alright, big money. That is a 6 plus 8, 14.
Misses.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah,
god,
assuming
what have
I
you
wasted-
done?
I assume that I waste the dazing shot because of that. Maybe
Yes,
that one of those
you
gets
waste
burned.
your grit point gets burnt. Now this head instantly snaps towards you as the shot goes ricocheting off the wall. The first wish was a wish to feed an addiction. The second wish was a wish for material validation. The third wish was a wish for others to celebrate our success. The fourth, a wish to look elegant. The fifth, a wish for a promising future. The sixth, a wish to move the hands of time. It takes a step forward.
That's a lot
of
Seventh.
wishes to
To
keep
keep track of.
The seventh, they said, this one you shall cherish. At this, you watch from behind her. Specters begin to merge, slowly, melding, closer and closer and closer to become this one entity. And Luciana stands there like a puppet on strings. We hope you will enjoy this wish very, very much. The smile grows wide.
Oh shit.
The smile grows wide as
I start moving my way over to Adam.
absolutely begins to raise her hands, her arms upward, as you watch as they perfectly cup in your vision the symbol behind on the banner. And this one entity behind her goes.
Oh my.
Me too.
I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh fucking hell.
And I was just like,
Ah,
Oh, boy.
trying to figure out like which one of these 7 monks he's trying to aim at. He's like, ooh.
some guys,
God.
what an initiative.
I got
So there's
2
combat
6s
playing,
in a
eh?
row. I got a 10.
1 second. We will get to it.
My Luna bar
So-
box is failing
Guys, that's
me.
another natural 20.
All right, 1 second, because we got a lot of people in here. We'll get through it. So 25 to 20.
20. Wait, so that's 22 in total. Plus 2.
22 in total for Yvette. All right,
Wait,
20
no,
to
sorry,
15.
21. Sorry, my initiative bonus is
It's
written
okay.
down as wrong.
It's okay.
I don't know why. It's written
All right, 20 to 15. Okay, 15 to 10.
10.
10.
Whose dex is higher?
I have 18.
My dex is.
You're the gun guy. You're supposed to know
Yeah.
this.
Shit.
What's your dex score?
What's your
What's your
dex?
not the modifier,
plus
the
4.
score.
+4.
So 18.
Rollies, roll.
Oh, it's
You
a
roll
19.
D20. Oh, 19. Okay, then it's Adam. Alright.
Mm.
10.
Shuck it, little
Was
man.
rolled. Alright. Yuval, sorry, Casima, what did you get?
I got a 6.
Okay, so what did you get?
Oh, boy.
+4.
I got a 4.
Aww.
So, Casima got a 6. Sai got a 4. Now,
The monks.
Yuval,
Tell us.
3 feet ahead of you.
Okay.
There is
Nice defeat.
Luciana, Nova Glory, and that singular entity behind that appears to be made out of smoke and shadow itself. As the spectre has gone dim, now the only light coming from the torches around the room.
Okay. So.
Okay.
Okay.
God, let me think this through. First things first, how far am I from this thing?
From 30 feet.
30 feet.
Yes.
I'm going to use. And okay, also, how far am I from the entrance to the stair? Wait, the archways actually. Wait, no, the staircase. Yeah, we came from the staircase, right?
We came from
I
the slide thing. Oh, no, you
Did
came
we?
from
No.
No,
After that, there
staircase.
were several
Apologies.
other things.
No, apologies. Yeah, apologies. Hold on, I've got my own little crappy little map drawn here. So, you are essentially about 15 feet away from the stairs.
I'm going to use 10 feet of my movement to get a bit closer there, in case we do need to make a run for it. So, another question about the altar. You mentioned it's a book. It's essentially like one of those, like, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a book stand thingy. Is there a book on it? Out of curiosity.
Maybe. You can't tell from where you are, so essentially it's
Okay,
like it's raised
okay,
at
I
an
see.
angle.
Yeah, I'll take care of that later. All right. Oh, it's angled essentially away from me, right?
It's like angled upward, essentially.
Yeah,
which is
okay.
basically
Yeah,
what
got
you-
it. Gotcha. All right.
30, 40 feet away from them.
Yeah, I am 40 feet away. I would like. Could I roll to see, like, to recall what I know about possession and like what can what can stop possession, like what can like banish a spirit?
Yeah, sure. Religion.
Religion. Okay. Okay. That's 17 plus religion. God.
So, dispel evil and good. Absolutely can. That spell. Another one could be break enchantment. Now, for forcing an entity out, turn undead, destroy undead. It's
I don't think
very
any
much
of us
just
have any
depends.
of these abilities.
No, because we aren't clerics.
Now the possession. Now, what you do know is, if you knock them unconscious, the ghost or the thing possessing can potentially be forced out of the body.
Oh, I was literally thinking of tackling her on my turn.
Yeah, but also, like, it's just gonna force them out. We're still essentially gonna have to probably make a run for it. You know what? Fuck it. Okay. With that info,
That's better than having a target that's hitting us that we don't want to hit back.
Do we not want to hit her?
I
don't really know.
mean,
Okay. Anyway, Yubel, you gotta
yeah,
make
I
a
know,
move.
no, yeah, okay, you know what? Yvelda's kind of panicking in this situation, so she raises her two finger guns, puts them together, and Eldritch blasts this thing.
Absolutely.
Specifically,
So,
I'm aiming.
Wraith
Actually,
or Luciana?
sorry, Luciana. Yeah, I'm aiming for Luciana. And if
Wonderful.
possible,
Roll
I
it.
don't want to make my attacks deadly. If that is a possibility.
Sure.
Okay, so it's, let's see.
Absolutely can be.
This is gonna be hard to believe. But that isn't the third natural 20 in the sucking session. What the hell?
You got a monopoly.
I am losing it. I am gonna have such bad luck later. Oh god.
I rolled 2
So natural
Uh,
20 absolutely
yeah.
hits. So roll for damage.
Okay. God, where are the rest of my dice? It's D10 for Eldritch Blast, right? I unfortunately cannot open my browser because otherwise Discord just starts going crazy.
Because she made a natural 20, doesn't that mean it crits and does double?
It does.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out what the damage die for
alright.
Eldritch Blast is.
It's a D10.
Dog
It's
is
a
frustrating
D10.
me. Give me 1 second.
Of course.
If you have
Driving me
the
insane.
Okay.
if you have the warlock incantation,
7
it
plus
adds
10.
your
Okay,
charisma
that's-
mod, but I don't know if you have that.
No, I don't. I don't choose Eldritch Blast
Yeah, then it should-
invocations.
Alright.
Then it should
Okay,
just
so,
be
so-
D10.
okay, apologies. Yeah, so it'd be D10, then double it.
Yeah, so that's 10 plus 6. That's 16 damage.
16 damage. Wonderful.
Yep.
So does that end your turn?
That does end my turn, yes.
Wonderful. So it's gonna be Luciana's turn.
Oh dear.
Oh well, the thing that is Luciana.
Oh, they share a turn.
No.
I mean,
no,
they
don't.
share a body.
So, Adam, you are. Sorry, not Adam. Sai, you are currently in
Yeah.
line of sight. So I need you to make
Yes.
a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no! Shit! Constitution, you said? Alright, here we
Constitution.
go. Alright, 11 plus 2 is 13!
You fail.
No!
As
Well,
you watch as the room around you gets bigger, or you get smaller, as you are reduced to half size.
What?
Oh my
What this means,
Manlets.
what this means is for the duration of this spell, you have disadvantage on strength checks, strength saving throws. Your weapons shrink to match your new size. Your weapons now only deal 1d. Sorry, when you roll your weapons to hit, they deal 1d4 less, which I will
Oh
just
wow.
roll.
And women won't talk to
Trust
you.
me, alright, I won't be using melee. Let's just say I
So,
won't be.
That
Well, there goes white melee weapons.
that brings us
Shrunk.
to the race turn.
Oh
Oh
no.
boy.
woohoo!
As from behind Luciana, as she raises her left hand towards you, the wraith just whips around, stares at you, Cosima, and just goes darting forwards. And you watch as it just like it appears to just teleport between the shadows, whipping up towards you, and attempt to try to hurt you very badly. Does a 15 hit?
Yes, and are they gonna be using elemental damage by chance?
No, unfortunately not.
Well, fine.
I'm sorry, okay?
That's not fine.
So
No,
you
it's probably
take,
Narrator, it was
you
not
take,
fine.
11 points of necrotic damage.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
Oh dear.
As
Oh, Cosima looks
it-
real bad.
the talon
I
hand
can go in
comes
this basement
lunging.
again, guys.
The talon hand comes lunging forwards as it slides out and just rakes you along the collarbone and the chest. That will bring us to Adam's turn. Adam,
Popping.
you are behind a pew right now at a diagonal of about 30 feet away from Luciana, and the Wraith is at the other side of the room, about another 30 feet, so 60 feet in total, we'll say. Now, what do you want to do?
Alright. I have 30 feet of movement.
Yes.
What does the fucking speedy movement do again? Or it's like your action that you move?
Your action surge? Oh, dash.
think
Yeah,
so.
dash doubles your movement, essentially.
Okay.
But it uses your action.
He's a fighter, he's got action surge.
Oh.
Could I do that, but attempted sneakily, without doing anything? I just want to get behind them or get close to the monks.
It's an action to hide.
Yeah.
You're not a
Alright,
rogue.
Just dart towards them. Fuck it. We ball.
Okay. I will remind you that your gun has an effective range of 320 feet.
Shit, it does.
Yes,
It's a
and it's
gun.
80.
God.
It's 80 feet
That's
is
the
its
point.
Never
base.
mind. I knew
a
it in
fucking
range, Jesus.
gun!
Okay, never mind. Actually,
It
don't.
is a bullet.
Slinger goes to go
So,
move
do you-
forward.
I don't.
What would you like to do, Adam?
Okay, hold on. Do. I also have hand axes that I can chuck, and as a bonus action, I can chuck one or do an attack with
Yeah,
it.
but you would
But I can
you would
throw
throw those with disadvantage because 60
Yeah.
feet if you're throwing them at the wraith.
Yeah. But I'm saying like, no, even
Yeah,
if I
you-
get close enough, that'd still be 30 feet, and that's. I think I need 20 for not disadvantage. I'm checking
Yes.
that.
Yes.
All right.
What would you like to do?
I think I'll move forward 30 feet and shoot. Shoot that motherfucker. Shoot that wraith.
Okay, roll a hit.
Yes, sir. Maybe I will. If I get a 6 again, I swear to God. Ooh, I got an 18 plus. What do I
It definitely
have?
hits. Roll for damage.
Yes, sir. What do I roll? A D10. This is the not pyramid size ties. It's a thicker one. Wait, this is it? What shape is the D10? Help me.
It's the one with
I don't know.
the maximum
I don't
of
have
10.
D2.
It's the
Oh, yeah,
one that
okay.
has like up to 9 and then a 0.
I got a 8 plus 4, 14.
Wonderful.
Well,
So
No, that's 12. 8 plus
So
4
I knew
is
that.
12.
I looked at the 1d10 on my screen and added 4. It's 12.
so you're okay.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
Sorry.
shot. So just you raise your arcane focus,
Okay.
and the shot goes shooting out of this scrap heap machine, and Kasima, in front of you, the race face just seems to impart and implode as the bullet comes through it cleanly, center of the forehead. Adam, would you like to do action surge, or is that your turn?
I think I ended there.
Okay, so that will bring us to Oswald's go.
so
Luciana is 30 feet away at diagonal. You're behind a pew. Wraith is 60 feet.
so wait, did Adam move to be adjacent with Luciana? Because he said he
Essentially,
ran
yes.
forward.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
From where I'm currently standing, I'm gonna start by shooting a firebolt at the wraith. So
Okay.
I flick open the doctor's bag, pull out this metallic tube with the end near me, having a little wicker fuse sticking out of it. I grab the fuse, twist its sparks, and shoots out the fireball for a 19 plus 6 to hit.
Absolutely. That definitely hits. Roll for damage.
That is a
know,
5
gas
points of
filled
fire
the room.
damage.
I can't. Say that again, please.
5 points of fire damage.
Wonderful. Is there anything else you would like to do?
After it hits, I'm going to also rush forward 30 feet.
When you say rush forward, you mean toward Luciana or toward Adam?
Toward Adam in this case.
Yeah.
I'd rather not be
Boris's
adjacent.
turns again.
Oh yeah, it's at the end of my turn.
Yep.
I will command Boris, hit the mean lady.
Okay.
Go,
Boris
Boris!
goes charging upwards. Yes.
And I will have him rend her.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Roll to hit.
I'm fucking trying to find the plus to hit. It's plus 6.
Damn.
Plus Boris.
10 plus 6, 16.
That's definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Okay, that's 1d8 plus 2 force. 8 plus 2, 10 force damage.
10. Wonderful. So, as you send out the firebolts, immediately go hopping over a pew up to Adam, just like swinging with your right hand, letting it loose, and it strikes her in the shoulder, and you watch as part of the rope catches alight. You command Boris to go forwards, and I'm nosebleed again. Fuck. Boris goes charging forwards with this kind of metallic pounding of the hooves on the ground, and just rams straight into her, which deals 10 force damage. And does anything happen to her, or is it just 10 force damage?
It is just 10 force damage.
Wonderful. So that will bring us to Kasima's turn, if that ends your turn, Oswald.
It does.
Oh,
Wonderful.
I get to
Kasima,
go?
Yes, you do. It's
I
crazy.
imagine she's rammed to like the back of the pew, like the front, I guess.
Okay, so there's still all 7 monks up, or did that one go down that got shot?
They're all conglomerated into one being. So they are
It's
one entity right
directly
now.
in front of
Oh,
you.
they've combined. Okay.
Yes.
I am going to. Hold on, let me double check wording.
Prone up the very
Okay. I'm going to use my sorcery points. And I'm gonna do
Yeah.
2 chaos bolt.
Absolutely. Roll for damage. Or roll a hit, sorry. What the fuck?
So there's my first one, and they'll do lightning damage. That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Wonderful. Double your damage.
Oh, I
And
might
Oh,
not
wait,
even
wait,
get
wait,
a
wait, wait.
thing.
So, just to clarify, that natural 20 means, I believe, if something else is, obviously not in this case, but if something else is in 20 feet, that bolt can jump to that entity.
I have never heard that, but I will take it if
That's
you
written
will
in
allow
your
it.
character. No, that's written in the spell.
Fuck yeah. What is it? D8s. So it's normally 2d8, but it automatically changed it to 4d8. Should I just do it that way, or should I roll 2d8
Just roll 2d8
manually?
and double it. Yeah, just roll
Double
2d8 and double it. I don't know why it does that for you. It never does it for me.
Oh god.
Also, if
okay.
you have real dice you want to use, you can absolutely use those.
It's just 8 damage.
8 plus the
But-
modifier?
There is no modifier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
8 damage plus your second bolt.
Yeah, my second one, please be also a good roll. 19?
Good.
Definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Oh my god, it's just 2 damage. Whatever.
Your chaos bolts are fucking you over, dude. Is there anything else you
But-
would like to do on your turn?
Roll on my wild magic table
Absolutely, roll. Please do.
to see what
Please
happens
don't.
to me.
I hope you don't get fireball centered on yourself.
God.
Oh god. Okay, so the first one
Turning a potted
is
plant.
a 40. What happens with 40? Let's see. Drum roll, please. Just kidding, don't do it. That would be really loud and annoying. Oh, I regained 2d10 hit points.
Nice.
Shit.
So that's
Nice.
nice.
Okay.
15. So wait.
Oh,
Oh, so I'm
shit.
back at full
Who's-
health.
Congrats. That's real. That's
Who
holy
said
shit.
magic sorcerers were
That
boring?
is awesome.
Literally no one. They're
right?
cool as shit.
Yeah,
They're
nobody's
They
And then
look
for the
fun.
second one, hopefully I don't die with the second one.
You may take away
for the
2d10
next
from
minute,
your health.
oh shit! For the next minute, I regain 5 hit points at the start of each
Holy
of my turns.
shit.
What
my
the
God.
fuck?
Don't mind
Alright.
me, I'm just
Marine
healing
just
myself over
walked
here. Who needs
in.
clerics, right?
So,
We don't have a
No,
designated
you
healer,
do
but we
not-
have
do
whatever
not.
this is.
Dice gods. Do not
So-
send the dice
We can
gods.
gamble for healing.
So, you send the chaos bolts arcing outwards of your palms forward into the chest of this wraith, and the lightning just watches it crackles and rips across its smoky form, and you just feel yourself bolstered as the side effects, or, well, positive sides to your magic, enable you to regain, or at least feel, much better than you were before. That brings us to Sai's turn, unless you wish
Alright.
to move somewhere, Kasima.
No, I am happy being not within melee.
Okay. Fucking Christ, I need to readjust
Like,
this.
you'd think intuitively, like, fire and magic would be better than
So-
bullets. So far,
Alright.
5 damage, 2 damage.
So-
versus
Okay. Okay.
Sai, you are
Yes.
small. What do you want to do?
I am tiny. How close is it?
tiny.
Okay, am I within melee range from this creature?
Luciana is 30 feet away. This creature is 60.
Okay. Did Luciana get shot in the head?
No, the
Or was that okay?
Close.
Okay. Alright, forgive me, I got a bit of a love for RP, so I'm just gonna do a little thing here. Alright, so you see Sai clutch. You see him clutch it in his hands, and his the color of his eyes flare white, and he starts speaking in Druidic, So none of you can understand it, but if you did yes, a high pitch. This tiny little white-eyed elf just sitting over there. Yes.
Anyone that
speaking in
doesn't
German.
understand it just sounds like
And-
plants and trees and plants and trees and plants and trees.
Basically.
Top of the morning,
and
we don't
he
have another
says-
potato famine.
I will
You
send you to
understood
Brazil.
him.
Shut up. Let him go.
Alright,
Let Sai
Fine.
talk first time.
Oh, okay. So he outstretches his hand, and if you understood Druidic, you'd understand that he was saying, "My guiding moonlight, be my weapon," and he casts Moonbeam
Oh yeah.
On which person?
on the ghoul, the big creature, the
Okay.
ghoulish thing.
Describe to me what Moonbeam does.
Okay, so Moonbeam is a 120 feet range. It is a 5-foot circle cylinder
Is
that
it a
goes
save
straight
or
up.
a-
It is a DC save. It is a
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
I just needed to know if
Sorry.
Casima might have been hit with that. No, you're good. I need to know if Casima was going to be hit with that and if it was a save or a roll.
It's a
Okay.
save.
So that is a 19 plus. What's the save? Sorry.
It's 13.
Oh.
But it doesn't negate the damage. It just
No, it
halves
doesn't.
All right, so let's roll for damage. Ooh, 13 halved would be 13 half. I
It'd be
think that's
6.
6.
I think
It'd be
that's
6.
Yes.
So 6 plus
6
damage?
radiant. 6 radiant damage.
That would put it back to 12.
Oh, because it's vulnerable.
It is.
It's
I
vulnerable to
kinda had-
radiant.
I had a feeling it would be. That's why I casted
So,
it.
Nice.
even in your smaller state, you reach forward, still clasping around the wolf necklace, and send this. Light has no presence here, but you make it have a presence here as you send this beam of light from the sky, or ceiling rather, lunging down, lashing down, lancing down onto this creature in a tight 5-foot circle. And Schema, you watch as it just screams and writhes and rips at its
Black
own smoky
flames.
gray necrotic
It
flesh.
actually, according to the spell's description, black flames will actually appear on the creature and start burning it.
Wonderful. So as it begins
cool
to
as
rip and
shit.
tear at its own face, its own smoke-like form, you watch as these flames begin to lick out from underneath its hands as it just screeches harder, fingers now digging into like the skull and stuff as it tears itself apart. Does that end your turn?
For now? Actually,
Okay.
so how close? Wait, hold up. I got some movement. How close? Where is everybody in the room in position to be? So,
Veld is about 15-20 feet behind you, well, at a diagonal. Luciana and Boris are 30 feet at a diagonal in front of you. Oswald and Adam are about 45 feet at another diagonal, essentially just a straight line from where you are. And Casima and the Wraith are 60 feet down.
I'm just gonna move towards Oswald, and while still clutching my wolf necklace and
45
have the
feet.
white eyes. Okay, so that's 45 feet. I can move. Shit. Where's my?
30.
I can move 30. I think. Yeah. I thought it was 30. Oh wait,
can
no,
move-
it's 35 feet. My speed.
Okay.
My speed is 35 feet. So
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
you move
get
35 feet.
towards Oswald's direction.
After lancing out with this moonbeam, you do make your being dashing and darting your way between the pews and nearly make it to Oswald and Adam. That will end your turn and brings top of the round. Veld.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
Whew, okay. Quick question. How is Luciana and the ghost thing looking? How are they looking?
Luciana is looking bloodied. The Wraith, on the other hand, is also looking bloodied.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Got it.
I wonder
Pretty
if
just
Oh,
Boris
God.
just, like,
Okay.
rammed at her. That was like her knees, if he's like 4 feet tall.
Yeah.
I think, God,
No more
Okay, Val,
kneecaps.
what do you want to do?
I
2 horns for each kneecaps.
wait, let me
Tusks.
quickly check something. Cause does Hex work if like other people damage her? Only I can deal this. But it's a bonus action. Alright, I am going to cast First, I'm gonna cast Hex as a bonus action on the Wraith. Someone else can take care of Luciana. I think we've all got the idea of knocking her out.
Okay.
So, Yvelde outstretches a hand, pointing at it as from her bag she pulls out what looks to be some sort of dried up eye, crushes it between the fingers as she mutters something under her breath, and you see her eyes zone out as she casts Hex on the Wraith. That's first thing. And now,
Okay.
it is time for Eldritch Blast, baby! Let's go! Anyways,
Yeah.
that is a 15 plus 5, so that's a dirty 20.
That definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Alright. Wait, that is 6 damage. Plus,
Wonderful.
wait, no, hang on. Well, plus 1d6 necrotic, so that's
I'm waiting.
6
Wait,
force
there's more.
and 5 necrotic. Not sure how it's gonna react to
that'd
necrotic,
be-
but oh well.
2 necrotic.
Yeah,
That's all I
figured.
have.
So, right hand comes forward, sending out this projection of unseen arcane energy, and Wraith is hexed. The left hand comes out with this green crackling eldritch blast, and it goes scything forwards through the space and into this thing's back, as it's still lunging and clawing at itself, tearing itself apart into smoke form. Does that end your turn? Or would you like to move at all?
How close is this thing to me?
Wraith, 60 feet.
60 feet,
Luciana,
yeah.
30.
That Wraith better stay there. Yeah, I'm staying where I am.
Wonderful. That brings us to Luciana's turn. Luciana is going to, well, say Luciana. You watch as the eyes begin to slowly like shudder and the eyelids come closed, sealed. And when they next open, just this milky whiteness to them as they go on to say, "So disappointing," and takes a single step backwards and will mystic step to just behind Oswald and Adam, at about 15 feet away. Now, I do need both of you to make a strength saving throw.
Strength save.
Yes.
Okay.
It could be worse. That's
Can't
an
see
11.
That's a nat 1.
Yep.
Both of you, you watch as from behind you come these two earthen hands out of the soil or dust rather, that sits atop the flagstones and comes down, crushing upon you, dissipating into dust as they do so, but still the force is somewhat excruciating. And you both take, you did fail, you both take 12 points of bludgeoning damage,
Ooh.
12.
Yep. Okay.
and that will bring us to the Wraith.
I took damage
Oh,
in
dear.
3 games.
Now, even tearing at itself, screaming, howling in pain in front of you, Casima, you watch as the two glowing eyes do eventually begin to focus on you once more.
Why?
Well, they focus on you, and then you realize they're not staring at you, they're staring past you. At the
Ooh.
banner with the symbol upon it. You hear, "Yes." And digging its hands into its head once more, goes tearing at it until it's just this smokeless form, this smoke shadow essentially, silhouette even. And you watch as it goes darting from the silhouette on the floor, goes moving, almost looking like a humanoid figure on the ground, from lamplight to lamplight to lamplight to lamplight to where it is at Boris.
Oh
And will attempt to hit him.
No!
Sorry,
no,
Boris.
not Boris.
So,
Boy.
That has a disadvantage because
Has a disadvantage?
reaction, deflect attack.
Because Boris
Wonderful.
because
So,
Boris shouldn't hit
that will
Boris.
be with disadvantage, that will be a 16 to hit on the
A
first one.
16 is... Fuck. Yep, that hits.
Okay, 16 to hit on the first one, and we'll see for the second real quick. That's a... Yeah, I'll miss. That's an 8. So, that will only be... Well, I say only.
Only.
Gotta love Hrifes. It's not that bad. That will be 10 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
As the first part goes like lancing outward and just glances off it, and then the second one comes forward in the thrust, and the 3 talons upon the hand itself just pierces into the side of Boris, and you watch as Boris gives this like mechanical kind of screech sound as the metal tears open.
Okay.
That will end his turn. Adam, what would you like to do?
Okay. That was the ghost that did that?
That was the Wraith, yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna shoot that ghost because of that. And I think I'm gonna do an action surge.
You shoot
and
that
him
ghost.
twice because fuck that ghost for shooting the boar.
Okay, absolutely.
If I do that, do I still have the what do you call it?
The spear,
Two
the
weapon
group
fighting?
points. 2 weapon
I have
fighting?
2 weapon
No,
fighting.
you only have one. You've got only your gun out.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. So shoot once. That is a 13 plus 8. It's a 21.
21 definitely hits.
And roll damage. D10 is right here. That is. I was like, I did 0. It's a 10 plus 4, 14.
14. Okay, what about the second attack?
That is a 12 plus 8. That's a normal dirty 20.
Absolutely hits. Roll for damage.
Ooh. It landed not on something. Hold on.
No,
It's an 8 again, so it's a 12.
12 points of damage. Wonderful. So,
Gamer rate.
as you make these amazing shots, I think we need a little bit of a music switch up. This is not as impactful as I wanted. Now, you aim the arcane focus, pulling back the hammer with the hand. Once, twice, as 2 shots go blasting off in this chamber towards it. First one hitting in what appears to have been maybe the shoulder, second in sort of like the lower jaw, as it appears to take the bullets and take them hard. As the screech comes out. Does that end your turn?
I want to move the boars.
You're gonna move up to the Wraith by doing this, just to clarify.
So be it.
Within melee
Okay.
range, which gives you disadvantage.
You need to be 10 feet away to not roll with disadvantage. Okay, well, you
Yeah,
want to be up to next to Boris? That's fine. You move next to Boris. So, Oswald, Adam goes darting out from behind you after firing these 2 shots, basically on the move as he's doing so, and goes to stand next to Boris, gun drawn, or firearm drawn rather, looking at the Wraith. Now, that will end his turn, and that will bring us to Oswald. What would you like to do, Oswald?
That is a good question. So,
Ladies
both-
too, I think.
Luciana and
Luciana's
the
15 feet
Wraith-
away from you. The Wraith
Well, I'm-
is 30 by Boris and Adam. They're both
Okay.
looking rough.
Is there any way I can move so that there is a line that will intersect with Luciana and the Wraith, but not hit Boris or Adam?
I mean, yes, it's possible. It's going to be about 35 feet.
Just roll well, lol.
Luciana is essentially like against the left wall, whereas the Wraith is in the center of the room.
Well, then that doesn't work. Fuck, I got a lot of combat.
Hold
How
your
far
action if
is
you want
how
to.
far is Boris from Luciana now?
Boris from Luciana?
Because she
Oh.
she moved.
Yeah. About 25, 30 feet.
Okay. Well, you watch as Oswald flips open the bag again, tosses the metal tube inside, and pulls out a mechanism that shares very brief similarities with Adam's contraption in the sense that it has a recognizable handle and a sort of like an open flower, like three pronged kind of like a radar dish contraption at the end of it. And Oswald points it to the side of his head, and he pulls the trigger, and he casts heroism on himself.
Holy shit.
Oh shit, Roy did.
So what?
So
Okay.
now he is immune to being frightened, and
Wonderful.
will gain 4 temp HP at the top of his turn.
Right. Does that end your turn?
For up to 1 minute. No, because I command Boris, hit the ghost.
Lunges around, roll to hit.
That is a 17 to hit.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
That is 4 plus 2, 6 force.
6 force damage. Boris, at your command, goes lunging around, tusks glancing outwards as the wraith kind of watches its own, in kind of slow motion, as its own torso gets torn open, not even by its own hands this time. Is that your turn?
That's it, really. Well, this is probably stupid. I'm gonna move towards the ghost and Adam,
Okay.
just so I can get that shot.
So, Cosima. 30 feet away from you is the wraith. About 45 and a right diagonal is Luciana.
Indeed.
Precisely.
Does Cosima know whether or not possessed people can be charmed?
I'll tell you what, roll a religion.
Ugh, religion. Okay.
Yeah.
Is a ghost.
Oh my god, it was almost a 19 and then it went to a 1. So
Aw.
that's
You-
2.
You're not sure in the slightest.
Yeah. Well, she's gonna attempt Crown of Madness on Luciana anyway and see what happens. It's
Wonderful.
not a very high DC, it's just 13. Wisdom.
What kind of DC is it? Wisdom? Alright.
Yeah.
13. Well, that's a 12.
Perfect. So if it works, she's charmed by me. I don't think there's any damage associated. It's just a concentration, and the charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack, well poop, against another creature other than itself that you mentally choose. So basically, for the next minute, it says acts normally on its turn if you choose no creature or if none are within its reach. So basically, if she gets within reach of the wraith within the next minute, she's gonna start punching, I guess.
Okay. Wonderful. So, does that end your turn? Or is there any way, would you like to move? What would you like to do?
I will go ahead and move closer to my friend.
Okay. Which friend?
He's gonna say.
Oh, are they not all roughly in the
So-
same direction? Because I'm sure I can't get to anyone, right?
So, Boris, Adam, Oswald are all clumped in front of the wraith. Sai is maybe about 5-7 feet off to their right at a diagonal, and Yvelde is at the back of the room by the staircase, 60 feet away from you. Whereas the others are about 30 feet.
I'll go. Maybe actually, I'll just probably stay put because I'm not in melee still with anyone, and my range is pretty decent for most of my spells.
Okay.
Also, I don't know what a
Yes.
modron is or a modron, but apparently one controlled by you appears in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of me and then just disappears a
how
minute
was-
later.
How is it spelled?
Modron.
Oh, I know
R-O-N
exactly what those things
fuzzy.
I
are.
actually
I've
have
got
never
a-
heard of that.
I'm gonna just.
I
quickly,
love them.
I'm
They're
curious.
just quirky little guys.
Oh boy.
I
What
love them.
the hell are these?
Let's have a look. So Madron are spherical constructs with a single eye taking up. So you've summoned a stunted Cyclops.
What?
A stunted
How tall is
cyber cyclops.
Are
It's like a
they-
robotic Mike Wazowski. Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Now, are they?
So yeah, he's within 5 feet
Aggressive?
of me for a minute.
Is he aggressive?
It
That's-
just says that it's controlled by you.
Oh, okay. So not aggressive to you.
Yeah, you gotta learn the
That's what I need.
Modron lore really fast.
That's
Yeah,
that's what
right.
I. One second, let me speed read real quick.
Shoot shit, Adam, shoot shit.
Shit, that's way too long. I'm not gonna read that right now. All right. Okay, Sai, what do you want to do?
Law and order above all
Alright.
else. So I don't know.
So, DM, I made a little bit of a blunder, but I'm sure you can forgive me. Can you explain what this means when it says, it must, if it starts, Moonbeam says when a creature enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames. So I'm guessing that means it wasn't, what did take damage,
It
but
doesn't
does
matter.
that mean, alright. Either way, it doesn't
Don't
matter
worry.
right now. I'm going to move the Moonbeam, still clutching it, 60 feet, up to 60 feet, but I'm gonna move it back onto the Wraith
Nice.
Okay.
and deal
Now,
another.
that's another save, right?
That's
The dex?
another no, it's Constitution. Another Constitution
Constitution.
save.
Okay. Let's have a look at what we. Well, that's a natural 20.
Ah, shit.
Oh well, you take half damage. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
For 18 for 6 points of radiant damage. Or wait, is that 6 points or is that 8?
Wait.
Wait.
18
it's
divided by
18
2 is 9.
is 9. 18 divided by
Yes.
2 is 9. So
Yes.
it takes. That's 9 radiant damage.
Nice.
Wonderful. Double to 18. Because it's vulnerable to it. So, you summon the Moonbeam over again. Still small. By the way, make another saving throw. Well, let me just quickly remember what that
Saving throw.
is. It
Alright.
is a. If you would be an amazing person and make a. Constitution saving throw.
Oh, don't even.
do it.
I rolled
You're
a
not a
5. I rolled a fucking
You're still
5
small.
for a total of 7.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
a
still
tiny
small.
boy.
Little
I'm a tiny
guy
elf with
disease.
the glowing white
Little
eyes.
guy
glowing
disease.
moon eyes.
Actually, as you send Moonbeam over and deal this much damage, as it's screaming, going, I do need to make another concentration check. Because it's not Luciana's spell that has you hold it.
Oh.
That does succeed it. So,
Ah.
does that end your turn, Sai?
Fuck. Yes, for now it does. Actually, no,
Wonderful.
no, it does not. It does not. I want to move away from the creature.
Okay, so you have a couple of options. You can go towards Casima, 30 feet away, or towards Bell, 30 feet away, or anywhere else you like. Luciana is about 20 feet to
Which
your
one is
left.
by the stairs? Which one's by the stairs?
Yveld.
I want to run to.
Yveld.
I want to run to them.
Okay, so you run over to Yveld. Darting through, Yveld, you see Sai. Once 5'9", now, well, slash that in half.
Just a little
And as-
guy. Just.
And as he does so, it is your turn, Yveld, top of the round.
Yavel just stares for a split second at Sai, mildly horrified.
Oh, by the way, his eyes are glowing like moon white right now.
She
His
has
iris is
no
glowing
idea
white.
what the
Or not
fuck
iris,
is
his-
going on.
His
a
eyes are just
byproduct of the
glowing
spell.
white. It is.
I'm assuming the Wraith is looking worse for wear.
Absolutely.
For
Oh, boy.
18 damage. I'm surprised it didn't die.
He's like
It's a big
210.
boy. Unlike someone.
I know.
All right.
100 feet tall.
No
A
longer
little
the
shorter
biggest.
than Boris.
Really nice
think I
hot
am,
pink die
hold
that
on.
has been rolling so well. Do not fail me now.
Oh my god, you could mount Boris.
That is an
Now it's gonna
18
fail
plus
you.
5 for Eldritch Blast.
Oh shit!
Absolutely
God
hits,
damn.
roll for damage.
That is 10 damage plus 4 necrotic. That is
Here's an
10
interesting.
force and
Here's an interesting question to pose. How do you want to do this?
Oh my god.
Finally.
You see Yvelde once again start muttering under her breath, and her voice gets echoey and seems to like envelop the entire room for a split second as you see the marking on her face pulse and move and spread even further, slightly engulfing one of her eyes as it turns into that of a squid's eye. As she once again raises her hand, still muttering, and shoots off on a crackling eldritch blast that seems to have a faint hint of seawater as it blasts into the wraith. Straight for the heart, baby, or wherever wherever it would have a heart.
Absolutely. So, you send it forwards and propel it outwards, cloaked by, or, well, wearing the mantle of the Keeper. As you watch as it turns to face you as you do so, almost like it's like precognition, and you send it directly into the chest, or, well, this is big enough that it could go pretty much anywhere. As it, with its final death calls, and crumples inward, for it's this small, shadowed ball. I need Boris, Adam, and Oswald to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, no!
As in its final death throws, it unleashes a necrotic blast.
Okay.
Oh shit. While they do, I should mention that, according to Hex, if the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to curse a new creature. Oh wait,
Yeah.
no, this is on... Yeah, no, this is on this turn in that case.
It was a dex save?
Yep, dex save.
Okay. So Boris fails.
I got
Okay.
13.
I got a 17 plus 4, so 22.
22 succeeds. What did Adam get?
13.
Okay, so Adam and Boris take 15 points of necrotic damage,
Ow.
Ooh.
and Oswald that is reduced to half to a 7.
Woohoo!
As it unleashes a blast radius of about maybe 15 feet around it in its death kells, as it shakes and writhes and the ball dissipates into nothing. And Luciana, off to the left, kind of begins to stagger, clutching at her head.
Now kill her! No.
I didn't
Well,
get to see
what would
the
you-
salt work.
Well, it is Luciana's turn.
Oh
This
shit.
poses an interesting
Okay,
question, and I
and-
need to... Well, 1 second, because I need to
You
roll a
assaulted
save.
her! You possessed
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, that's unfortunate for her. So,
I don't like that.
I don't
Well.
like your laughing. Stop laughing.
as... Now, here's the thing. As the wraith, the monks, dissipate into nothingness, vanished or vanquished, or at least now, Luciana comes out of it and begins like clutching at her temples. She was very much out of breath. For it's almost like faintness takes her as she drops to her knees, still breathing pretty hard. Anything anyone would like to do?
I'm just gonna limp over to her and like, are you possessed still by any chance?
Do I grow back to my normal size, I'd assume?
This
You
is
do?
Luciana I'm talking to, right?
You asking that out of character or in character?
In character.
Her eyes are kind of glassy looking.
Throw salt at her.
Where are you throwing salt at him?
It's like, I don't know, not like in her eyes or something.
Oh my god.
It's like, generally on her. It was
So,
too high risk to try it
you-
on the ghost.
You
Just in
strip
case.
you strip open one of the sachets of salt and just dash it out towards her. The salt crystals fall from the collar down to the lap on these
Oh,
blue
boy.
robes. And there's nothing.
She
Yveltal,
hasn't said anything either.
She's not said a single word. She appears to be mouthing something now that you're closer, but like that's not what it is.
oh.
Oh.
Yveltal kind of is still standing there for a second, hand outstretched, kind of out of it, and then she regains a bit of focus in her eyes.
Oswald has a stupid smile on his face.
That
Sai
was-
is gonna go up to the most injured. Who's the most injured in our group?
I'm at 6 HP.
Oh,
I'm
dear.
at 10.
I am
Wait, I
at
go over
22!
I'm going to go over to the 6 HP and
My
cast
brain's
Cure
combat.
Wounds.
Cracking.
Aw.
I cast Cure Wound. I do one. I roll 1d8
Ooh,
and +3.
that was
All right, let's see how much you get. You get 4 + 3, 7. You get 7 hit points.
Let's go 13
You're welcome.
HP.
I've done it. I've done it. I have foiled the villain's plans.
Where's
Yeah,
Boris?
yeah, sure you did.
Psych. Sai claps. Sai just goofily claps.
Yveld is
Ow.
gonna approach Luciana and kind of like look at the salt scattered on her clothing, then look at Adam and say, I really don't think that's necessary. Hello, Luciana, and she's gonna wave a hand in front of her eyes. Can you see me? Are we there?
The eyes don't follow your hand, they just stare forwards. And as for the question about Boris, Boris is just stood, staring at where once there was the wraith.
I'm just gonna lean up against him and just take a nap. He's been through a lot today.
Aww.
Cosima wants to check out the banner that's behind her.
Absolutely. You can
Just,
make
I don't know,
a-
see if there's anything behind it, if I remember
anything
anything
behind it?
about it.
So
Just
moving
kind
it
of inspecting
away-
the whole thing.
Absolutely. So moving it away from the wall, it's just a regular stone wall behind it, but you can make a history or religion check with advantage, because you do come from Borean, if you would so like.
Okay, so I'm bad at both of those, but let's see. Nope. 9 was my highest roll.
Okay, well. By the way, I will send you this later. I'm so sorry it's taken such a long time.
No worries.
But now, even with a 9, from your homeland, home city of Borean, there's a lot of restrictions placed upon knowledge of any path of magic that is not arcane in nature, such as divine, because divine does not just mean good gods. Divine means just entities which are beyond mortal. Celestials, so on and so forth. And this one was one of the big reasons for them, for this is the symbol of Omnigul, and she is, in Borean, one of the presiding forces, shall we say, or at least organizations of repute, is the Praxic Inquisition. And in their, not in just their teachings, but their warnings, Omnigul is the one deity that you can never trust, no matter what. Because while the Celestials have supposedly got some form of morals or ethics, and the rest of the Tarnished are easy to understand in that Hrol never listen to a word they say, Morgoth, run, or beg. Omnigul, however, all they say is, come across any disciples of hers, they heavily encourage this. Wipe them out wherever you can.
Oh.
That's what you get with a 9.
And
It's a bit harsh.
how is Luciana looking?
Really, if you're asking mechanical, Nothing really bad. If you're asking just in terms of her facial expression and how her body language is presenting, like someone
Was
that
she-
is in the middle of an anxiety attack.
Oh dear.
I will
But
walk
she's
over.
muttering.
She's mouthing, not muttering.
I would like to cast Mending on Boris to heal him for 2d6.
I want to see if I can figure out what she's mouthing.
Boris heals 9.
Make a perception check.
Could I assist
Seen it.
because like Yveld is also trying
Natural
to figure out
20.
what's- Oh, never mind.
Now, okay. As for what she is mouthing, what languages do you speak? This one's important because it's going to decide how much of this you get.
Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Oh, it is Elvish. She essentially, from what you can tell from her mouthing with a natural 20 on the perception, it's a consistent stream of dialogue over and over and over. Which is, she sees all, she knows all.
And I am aware that Omnigul is a feminine deity normally.
Yes. Yes. And
Okay.
no, carry on. What would you like to do?
Who? Me?
Yeah, I thought you were going to continue.
Yeah. Shoot. Okay. I'm gonna look real bad to my party mates here, but
We are
I'm gonna
judging
go.
you.
I'm gonna. Hey, you know what? One of you shot an innkeeper or at an innkeeper with no
We
reason.
shot
so
next to an
Cosima-
innkeeper.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Important
semantics.
distinction. No, it's a very important distinction.
Um,
We didn't shoot nobody.
it was still way too much of an escalation. But anyway, Cosima is gonna go up to her, or if she's already up to her because she was reading her lips, and she's gonna try to stab her in the heart.
What?
The violence has escalated.
Okay.
You considering that
Okay,
Yveld
bitch,
is
that's a
literally
12.
like crouching next to her.
No,
Does
no,
do
no,
I
no.
see? No.
This will. I mean, you see this happening.
Are we
I'll
allowed
tell
to
you what.
stop her?
Because like Yveld would absolutely try and stop her. She has a
You'd have
lot
a
of pressure
reaction.
to
So it would be a contested strength check with athletics from Yveld or an athletics or acrobatics from Cosima.
Oh,
Athletics
okay.
or acrobatics.
Am I allowed to try and thorn whip at
You
her
are too far away,
arm?
my friend.
That's a 13 from Cosima.
I'm more than am I more than 30 feet away from them?
No, it's more based on reaction speeds. Yveld is
Oh,
right
that's
next to her, which
Got-
is why she
got-
gets to do this.
I
Sorry, they get to
see.
do this.
That is
So Yveld.
14.
God damn it.
So Cosima, without saying anything, withdraws a dagger. And you hear the faint shink of the metal out of the sheath, Veld, and look over, kind of startled, as Cosima goes lunging forwards, going to jam it into Luciana's chest, and you reach out and snatch her wrist.
What the hell are you doing?
She's
And
still
Yveld
praying
gets-
to her.
To who? What are you talking about?
To the deity that brought her here in the first place. Look at that banner back there. Do you think that's for a good god?
I mean, does you all know what the banner is for?
We went over it last time, did we not, of the Banner of Omnical?
I don't
No,
think we
that's
mentioned
Omnical.
it. You mentioned
I
that
was-
it's a banner, but you didn't mention like what it represented. So like,
Ah!
yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Said it had a
asking, like-
symbol on it.
yeah. I know Yveld is well aware of the symbol. Like was planning to look at it later, but like, would Yveld know?
Yes.
I mean, she is being prompted
Omnical
to
is
look
not
at
a-
it right now, maybe.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing. The the major deities are not like uncommon knowledge, and Omnigul is not like this hidden figure. So yes, you would know it's Omnigul's banner.
Well, yes, but that's no reason to stab a person. What are you
There's
doing?
no
Let go of
good
the
that can
dagger.
come of
And she
letting her
kind of
live.
like
Oh,
squeezes Casima's
absolutely.
arm.
Casima will absolutely not let go of her dagger if someone is trying to put their hands on it.
And
Oh, Yvelle's not
Sai,
trying to
like,
put. She's just squeezing your hand, like your wrist.
Yeah, no. She'll put her dagger away, maybe, not at this moment, but she's not going to drop it.
can Sai kind of interject here and just like say, shouldn't we extract some information first?
Yes, thank you.
Information like what?
Why she's here?
Like,
why
We've
she's
already
and
following
Yvelle
solved
us.
rifles
Wraith.
in
It
her
was
pack
obvious
as
she
she
was trying
pulls
to
out
bring
the
it back.
research
Villains
journal.
such as this always have bigger plans.
Exactly.
Surely.
She's doing some weird shit, and you see Yvelle's eyes just light up as she keeps saying, she's doing some weird shit. She's calculating something. And whatever I don't know what exactly she's doing, and I need to ask her what's going on, because this is something big.
Casima's gonna wrench her hand out of Yvelde's grasp and, like, do a fancy little twirl to put her dagger away.
Yvelle does let go, but
she just
it,
says,
like, kind of growls under her breath.
she says, one misstep. One. And I meant in her.
I mean, if you're so worried, we could, I don't know, knock her out or something.
No,
Yes,
why
I would-
don't we ask her the questions right here? You're so desperate for answers.
She's
Let's
zoned
go.
out of her mind. Do you see this? And she kind of like walks a bit closer to Luciana and like waves a hand in front of her eyes. Look at this. Literally no reaction.
Can Cosima slap her across the face? Luciana.
Before-
Not Eveld. Not Eveld.
Before
Luciana.
before you go to slap Luciana, when you wave your hand in front of her, are you looking at Luciana or looking at Cosima?
Yvelda is still like looking at Cosima. Yes.
Okay, Cosima, are you looking at Luciana or are you looking at Yvelde?
I'm looking at Luciana. I don't think Cosima's eyes
So-
have left her much.
So, as a hand waves in front of her, Yvelde, you do not see this. Cosima, you do. Luciana blinks.
Okay,
You go forward to slap her.
yeah, I mean,
Blink, kill her.
since she blinked, I'll slap a little softer than I was going to. But I still
So
want
you
to,
s-
like, try to, you know.
Absolutely. So you slap her. Oh, I did that. That actually hurt my arm. But her head goes like rocking to the left side and coming back up. You hear this. What?
Can I try to hoist her? I'm not strong, but can I try to hoist her up?
She's not
Just so
strong.
that she's
either,
at least
so-
standing
are we?
and looking at us, you know, and like back on planet Earth.
Just to
Sure.
make sure that she doesn't try to escape, Sai's gonna block the doorway that they came from.
She can.
Absolutely.
Yvelle,
So,
noticing that
you do-
Luciana's awake, is gonna like help Cosima hoist her up.
Okay.
All right. So you lift her up, and Luciana looks not fully aware, but definitely cognizant of her surroundings.
Casima's
you
gonna
getting
do
the
her
rest
best
of
to
her
not
pay.
let go of her wrist. As long as we're talking to her.
Okay. Adam, what did you say?
Are we still getting the rest of our pay?
You weren't there for pay. You weren't there for that conversation.
You were. I'm just looking out for you.
I don't care about the money. It's not about the money, Spider-Man.
So, hoisted her up. What questions would you like to ask?
Well, Casima's gonna start with the banner. She's just gonna point back at it with her other hand and do you have any idea the kind of forces you're playing with?
Flesh and mind are but cages. We become unbound or remain ever unworthy. His flesh, your flesh, our flesh is weak, cold. I thought Vihar had the key. I thought he would bring back a revolution. Now I see he's only handed down by priors unworthy of evolution. Had those before been more than common, your flesh would not be this flesh, their flesh, but other, new. New is never given but claimed. To claim evolution, one must be unmade, free of cages, flesh and mind. Evolution is only claimed through our unmaking. And a ghost of a smile plays across her face. This is what I have been shown.
Okay.
No.
I mean, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on the whole flesh thing. I like my flesh. Hey,
I'm
hey,
also
Adam.
fond of my flesh.
Adam, you don't happen to have those notes we got from the room, do you? I think they should be on you. Yeah, could you give those to me? She's still standing nearby Luciana, but like reaches out an arm to grab them. Yeah, hi. So what are these? And she kind of like points into Luciana. What are you like? These are calculations and pretty complex ones at that. What were you calculating?
I calculated nothing. I am not a mathematician. Simply a colleague's helping hand for something destined to fail.
Oh, so these aren't yours?
No, they are not mine.
So who's the colleague?
Make a persuasion check.
I am not good at those. That is 7 minus 1, so that's a 6.
No response.
All right. Yvel kind of straightens her back, cracks her neck, and says, I asked you a question. Who wrote those? And she leans in a bit.
Make an intimidation check.
Yes. Intimidation. Okay, that's better. That's a 15 plus 1. That's 16.
Okay. The 16. Oh, I see. You are still thinking there is a purpose. Well then, Castor Malpens is who you wish to talk to. But it is too little too late. We are all specks. And at those words, at the name of Castor Malpens, Adam,
Huh?
you know very well who Castor Malpens is.
I do.
They were the last person that saw you at a Palgrave.
Oh.
They were that person.
Does anyone know that name, Castor?
No.
Okay.
Good. Is there a roll I can make for that name?
You can make an insight check if you think he's trustworthy.
I trust that.
Adam, make a deception.
Yes, sir.
Willow, could I roll history or
Yeah,
something to see if I know that
you
name?
can roll an insight. No, you can roll an insight if you're trying to see if Adam's. You don't know that name.
Okay.
Deception. Let's roll this
That's
one.
cocked.
-1 deception.
That's a natural 1.
Oh my god.
What?
I got a 3 minus 1 is 2.
What did you get total, Oswald? What did you get total?
Well, with a natural 1, that is a -1.
Oh my god!
Wow.
I don't
Adam.
have high wisdom.
Adam sound. Oh yeah, Adam sounds decent enough.
He would never lie to me.
Exactly.
Why would he lie to me?
We've been through so much. Right.
Uh,
I have this book of unmaking. We thought it would. Various purpose.
Book of Unmaking.
No.
Does that sound in any way familiar to Yavel, like in any capacity? Has she ever
Oh,
heard of
absolutely. Every god has a symbol of power.
that?
Vihars is his book of unmaking.
But would I know like what it does? And
Nope.
okay, gotcha. Right. Yavel kind of like pauses, almost like it's almost as if she's like cataloging the information in her head. And she kind of nods towards the well. What's up with the monks? That was really stupid. Why'd you do that? Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure you summoned them, didn't you?
I'm
Or
sure
at
it was some
least-
sort of a test.
All followers of a long forgotten order.
And
Cosima
why'd you
is
bring them up?
Says I was the one that brought them up.
who did it then if it wasn't you?
Eyes look past all of you toward Oswald.
I
So it was a
follows her
mistake. It was an accident.
I blew up. I did not do this on purpose.
Of course
Or
not.
did
I
any of
wouldn't
us
think so.
look at the stand? What do you call it? Or the lectern thingy?
The stone thing? Yeah, that's what I was.
None of
The stone thing is
No.
the well.
the well, yes, but I believe Sky, you're asking about the altar with like.
Yeah, I'll take.
Yeah, no one did. No one went on the dais.
Under there.
Okay, well you gotta go over there. We'll get to that in a second.
Measle. Mosey. Oh no.
So staring at Oswald, Luciana goes on. A very loud sound or presence is sure to wake whatever lies beneath the ground for many years. I
That
have
was
you to
entirely unintentional.
I have you to thank, my good sir. I would have never been able to make it this far without your help.
You're welcome, I guess. You didn't really succeed. You by your own
course.
admission, this was a failure.
Right.
She's talking cryptically. I don't like that.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fine.
Cosima
That's fine.
is leaning her forearm onto the shoulder of Luciana and has her right hand back on a hilt of one of her daggers because she's just like, this lady is just talking in circles.
No, I didn't
Like-
think you should stab her. I just don't care for cryptic things.
I recognize your kind.
We could
You
always
and I,
try
after
them.
all.
Like kind.
No, she's talking to Casima when she says this.
Okay.
As
like
as she says this, across her face comes a mirror of your own.
Oh!
you fucked up.
Oh, no, she didn't. Fuck. Okay, Cosima is somewhere between, like, pushing harder and backing away as quick as she can. She is so conflicted right now. Like, her hand definitely flinched and there's a dagger slightly further out from its sheath, but she's like, she knows Eveld is right there and will probably try to stop her.
You're
But
both just
she
like
is
looking back and
moved.
forth, like, what the fuck is going on?
And meanwhile, this whole conversation, Cosima's hair has been moving a fuck ton more than it normally does.
Our brethren in the Feywild, have you ever seen them? Have you ever walked underneath the trees? Between the two moons? Don't look like you have.
Oh man.
No. I suspect they... let's see. Someone who cause knowledge that is not good. Someone that wishes to wipe it out. Ooh. Two places, and I doubt you come from the latter, so let's say Borean is your point of origin. I wondered, you have this sense of... No, you're not praxic, you're too young. Fledgling. Tell me when Bardao falls from the sky. How will your praxics help you then?
Can I make a wisdom check of some kind to see, or insight check or something to see if she's trying to just get a rise out of me? Like, does
Psych
she
you
want
out?
me to try to kill her? Yeah.
Absolutely, you can.
19?
It's to get a reaction. But not all of what she is saying is, or at least from what you can tell, that she believes is false. You will receive this document afterward. But Bardao is is the giant meteorite hung above the city of Borean for about maybe 7 centuries or so now, and from it has been mined a kind of hushed, kept quiet mineral which supposedly enhances or helps with spellcasting. And the Praxics hoard it. And there,
Okay.
I was going to go on
so
saying there is.
Yeah.
No, you're okay. So there are whispers and kind of like hushed rumors and scary folk tales of among the common folk of Borean that one day that is going to fall.
So the reaction she's trying to get out of me, like,
She's trying to get you to be violent.
right, okay. Alright. Cosima is gonna turn her around and start tying a rope around her wrists.
Didn't we use our rope?
Cosima... Ah, fuck. Cosima uses her rope to the
Shit.
cause. She'll
did.
tear
I
off
offer-
her sleeve
I
then,
offer
she doesn't care.
I
No,
offer,
no, no, no,
I
no.
offer 10 feet. I offer 10 feet of rope.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, like, Cosima cares about nothing except, like, stopping this woman, but she knows, like, from that insight check, like, she's not gonna feed into her wanting her to die kind of thing. So,
So there's no
because if
resistance
Cosima
from her
knows
as you
she's
tie
being
this rope.
baited, she's not gonna fall for it.
Absolutely. So as you tie this rope, there's no resistance from her as you turn around and tie it. She just simply says, I do wonder what a baby Praxic, or at least a baby citizen of Borean, is doing so far from the walls. So far away from your known quantities. I wonder, did you come here to find knowledge? Did you come here for clarity?
Certainly didn't come here for you.
No. You came here. Same reason as everyone else. Now, Adam, as you're making your way toward the altar and onto the dais.
On the days.
So, upon the dais itself, where would once be a book, there isn't. There's just the imprint of what was once there in the dust.
So it was like recently taken?
Yes.
Ooh. Does it look like Luciana has a book on her, like somewhere to hide a book?
She has a bag, but she doesn't. She has a bag, but she doesn't.
Oh.
I mean, maybe. I'm not sure.
I'll just search that right quick.
Speaking of books, Yvelda's gonna pull out the journal we retrieved from her room and say, a certain partner of mine has been really interested in this, and she shows her the book specifically, and she thumbs through the pages. I mean, there's a lot of text here, but and she gets to the page with the screaming head illustration. She turns it to Luciana. What's this all about?
An old fantasy.
You're gonna have to
One
give me
that
more than
has no
that.
further consequence. I will give you
I'll
all you need to know.
Tug on the ropes
'Cause
a little bit.
there is no need to get so crass and violent. I will tell you what you wish to know. You want to know what this symbol is? That is the symbol of Vaiha.
Hmm. You really like that guy.
Well, when I was one of his, there were many of us. And us. Maybe some in your group have similar sympathies.
Yoel just kind of like stares at her.
I recognize the look of someone that dabbles in the arcane.
I mean,
Are you sure whatever patron you hold allegiance to is right?
I feel very singled out right now. I mean, and she kind of looks around. Cosima does magic. Oh, actually,
I
you did.
know nothing of patrons. No god is infallible in my eyes.
Haha, neither. None are in mine either. I mean, Sai also does magic. Don't know about the other two, but I don't know. Look,
He
everyone does a bit of magic
practices.
every once in a while.
Well,
She takes a bit of a step
your
back.
your two friends, my kin and the one in the glasses, practice arcane, yes, but not so much as what you and I do. The elf, he, practices the breath of honor herself, changes, life grow, and the like. The only one of you who is not touched by mage hands is that one over there. You and I.
Oh,
What?
excuse me. Don't search your
I-
bag on you.
Take what you like. It has no purpose anymore. You and I,
The book.
before we get to that, you and I, on the other hand, you and I make pacts and bargains with beings much far beyond us. Only you chose to do it with, some long forgotten, scum-ridden flea. And I chose to throw myself out into the abyss, and I was answered.
You kind of see Yvelte's arm twitch as if she's like this close to like fucking hitting her across the face as she clenches her fist and takes a deep breath through her nose as she says, "You're not the only one who was answered by something."
And did you say this, Yveld?
Go.
Did you clench your fist and try and withhold yourself from striking this person? It's almost like the sound of rushing water within your ears as you feel attention that is not just yours looking out from your own eyes at this woman.
I just try and
But Adam-
drill her with my eyes as Yvelte slams the book and like walks away a bit.
Boyo.
So, before we get to Adam, as you try and just glare at her, there's this moment where she's just staring back unflinching before eventually the facial expression twitches and she looks down. And Adam, you go looking for her bags. Inside there's components for her spells. A bit of gold. 2 lesser healing potions. Ink and quill. Nothing else.
There was a book on that counter that was taken recently. I don't see it in here.
She wanted knowledge sacrifice, so I offered something in return.
I don't follow.
What did you offer? She turns back to Luciana a bit, still keeping her distance.
I offered an older document of our history.
Yvonne looks at the well and says, "Ah, shit, did you toss it down the well?"
No.
Where would you put it then?
I intuit that it was consumed in some form of ritual.
I did not put it anywhere. It was taken.
By your friend Castor?
No. Come now, you're all not so stupid. Whose hall do you stand in?
I assume it's Omnigul. Omnigul took the book.
Quite right. And you might be thinking, why is this woman coming willingly? Why is there no resistance? Well, there is no resistance because it is quite simply, I am held in the grace of my lady in this very room. You all are unbelievers at best, trespassers at worst.
Oh, see, I think. Bieligan turns to the group and says, "I think she's implying we probably should get out of here, because
Oh yes.
whatever we did was probably messing with Omnigul."
You see
gonna
us
keep
for a
doing this
second,
stuff,
a look
so-
of "I'd like to see Omnigul do some shit" flashes
Oh,
across Cosima's face, but she knows better. And so she once again kind of yanks at Luciana and
Please,
clearly
there's
intends
no
to
need
bring
to
her with
be
us.
so aggressive. I will come willingly.
Is anyone taking her bag?
We can take
Someone was looking through it, so I'm assuming so.
I was.
Yeah, Adam got
I
it.
don't take anything. Though.
Yeah, but you're holding the bag, right?
I guess so.
Yeah. So, I'm assuming you're all going to make your way back up the staircase.
Yep.
Mhm.
Is there no other
Nope.
door apparent?
Yeah,
in
actually,
this
that thing
room?
was screaming.
That's true.
There is no other door.
Aw.
Okay.
Well, good times.
Put her on it first.
Cosima, like, takes some wax like Evel did. Just puts
I
it
don't
in her
think
own
that
ears.
helps.
Cares not at all
So-
about
Oh,
Luciana.
wait, hold on. Before they do this, Sai's gonna check and see if there's any jewelry on her that may or may not, like,
God.
be mitigating the effects of the stairs, because he
okay.
knows this is a
Oh.
magical effect. He just doesn't
I
know
thought
what
you were just
kind.
like looting her.
No, he's trying to figure out if she's got like a resistance to.
Make an
the
investigation
stairs.
check.
All right. I'm good at those. Oh no. It's not good.
I'm good at those.
That's a
Rolls terribly.
That's a 4.
She wears one ring upon her right index finger.
Sai is just gonna snatch it and put it on.
Put it
He's all
on.
like, yes. Well, at
Dead
first.
man.
True.
Well, yeah. He
You're
thinks that-
taking a ring off of
Yes.
a probable necromancer of some
You
kind
got okay.
and just
understand that
blindly putting it on.
Sai
Yeah.
has
Man.
no idea what's going on right now. He has heard them speaking gibberish for
Can
the past 30
Cosima
minutes.
see him trying to put this ring on?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Perhaps
She's
so-
gonna
so
stop him if she
Luciana-
can.
Okay. He's just gonna pause it. He's like, what? He's confused. He's like,
Considering the kind of magic she uses, you really think that's a smart idea?
what kind of magic does she use? Oh, hold on. Wait.
Do you
okay.
not know who
What?
Omnigul is?
He shakes. Wait. Would he know who Omnigul is?
Know her name.
Pretty much
or
everyone
anything
does.
else.
You know. Okay. He basically is just like, I've heard of her. I don't know what she is.
incredibly evil. And I'm just gonna hold out a palm for you to put the ring in.
He's just gonna slowly hand it to you.
She's gonna. She's not putting it on. Obviously, she's gonna put it in her pocket and just
Naive
like
child.
keep it for safekeeping.
God,
Well-
Sai would be so dead if you guys weren't here.
While they're passing around the ring, could I maybe roll Arcana to see if it's like magical?
Absolutely.
Yvelde likes magical things.
Does Luciana say anything when
Well,
it gets
that's
taken
a
off of her?
7 plus 5, that's a 12. Yeah, does she say anything?
So
Just
it is,
casually
it is
take her ring.
so it is magical,
Ooh!
and I won't tell you what it is because you don't have a chance to look at it properly yet.
Understandable.
But as you pocket the ring, Cosima, Luciana goes, as you're still walking up the staircase, you can put it on if you'd like, cousin. It will not harm
What does it
someone
do?
like us.
Yeah, she says.
Also, what do
Oh,
you mean
I
someone
can
like
put
I
it
could
us?
on.
identify.
Has she reverted back to her normal
I can
face, by the way?
No, she's still keeping up her mockery of yours.
Yeah.
Do
I
we
could
see? Hold
Hello?
on, sorry.
I could identify the ring, given time.
Let's do that when we're not trying to get out of a haunted, explosive
Yep,
place.
Totally.
So, as you're still walking up, Adam, are you in the front or the back?
Back.
Oh,
Luciana, Luciana calls backward, her voice kind of traveling out over the lot of you. It must have been some years ago when I last spoke to Castor. I do remember talk of some contraption which fires not unlike a crossbow. It was not.
Can I do that insight? Is she fucking with me roll?
Absolutely.
Boy.
The classic is she fucking with me roll.
I feel what the fuck?
yes.
Oh, +3 to that
Always
shit?
yes.
That's a 6. Let's go.
You don't know.
Oh,
But here's
no.
the thing. Here's the thing, Adam. It's hitting a little bit close to home.
Yeah. Yep.
He used to talk about, who is it? A ward of, what was their name? Dwarven person. Mirarn. No.
You said
I
she was looking
remember it
really
now.
bad, right?
Yeah.
And my hands are on her.
Yep.
Can I shocking grasp her?
Oh shit!
Wah.
I'm going to ask you to make a perception check first, so I can
Okay.
just tell you what you're about to do.
Oh no. Well, it's a
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do shocking grasp. Do you want to risk it?
Are we risking exploding?
Not exploding.
Oh, not exploding. Okay. I mean, shocking grasp is a touch spell. It wouldn't be fair for it to shock me if I shocked her.
No, it's not going to shock you.
I think he's referring to something else.
I know, I'm worried. But Cosima really wants her to shut up.
So,
Why must we be so violent?
please. Okay, if you would like to shocking grasp, you may.
Or, alternatively, can I trip her?
If you'd like to.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's less dangerous than shocking grasp, it sounds like. How would I go about doing that?
Just make a strength check.
Okay, well, I'll try. Let's see. 2.
Oh, well, she rolled a 6. So,
Nice.
as you go to trip her, her voice carries out, No, it was Sharon. Please, cousin, if you're going to resort to it, do it better.
Stop. Don't
Cosima's just giving her a look.
Shut the fuck up, you
Sharon
don't-
Lorenek.
Stop.
Sharon. Such a clever inventor.
Stop.
Such a shame they made her such a sad
I'm
end.
just gonna
Just-
fucking run up
just-
to her.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
It's gonna like
Oh shit.
it's gonna try to bonk her with like the bottom
Basically, yeah.
of the... Yeah.
Okay,
Stop.
so
Don't
Roll a d4.
Yeah,
Cosima will
Alright.
gladly move out of the way to let this
that's
happen.
a 3.
When she sees that
Okay.
he's not trying to
Add
shoot
your
her.
now.
add or take away your strength modifier.
My strength mod of 0.
So just the 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
As the base of the gun goes into the back of her skull.
Uh-oh.
I can't make the sound effect, but you get the idea. And there is this kind of like faint.
What have you done?
Yvel turns to
I'm
Adam. Is she still walking?
so sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, you're walking up the staircase still. I'm so sorry. Is that too close to home?
Stop.
Uh,
Don't say his name.
says
Cosima's
nothing,
very
just smiles in
curious.
silence.
But she's more concerned with her shutting up. In
Yveld is
general.
gonna turn to look at Adam, look at Cosima, and then find Luciana. She mutters, "I can't believe I'm doing this," and she is going to rip off a piece of one of the sashes hanging from her belt. And she looks really frustrated. And she kind of wrings it out. And she approaches Luciana and says, "Our questioning session was nice. I gained some very useful information, but now you're no longer providing any information. And despite us being the not the most peaceful bunch, we seemingly, I guess, just can't, I don't know, knock you out or something." So, and she puts the essentially piece the cloth in her mouth and ties it behind her back, not behind her head.
As you do so, you can tell from the facial expression, even of the cloth covering the mouth in its entirety, she's very much smiling.
Ugh. With my face.
Yes,
We can always
with your
use
face.
my thorn whip. We can always
Now,
As
at this
she-
point,
thorn whip.
at this point, you would have made it back to the area, the four archway area with the brazier in the middle.
Yay.
And that's where we have to start climbing with our rope, right?
A rope
Well,
that
here's the
wasn't
thing,
long
is-
enough.
Your
Yeah.
rope is 60 feet up the ramp itself.
And that's
There are
not a
the
ramp that we
overarch-
can climb or walk up.
No, but there are over archways.
We
I
need
don't know.
Luciana is there.
Push ahead
Rip to
away
our
from
rope.
everyone and try to use the hand axes as ice picks to just get up to the rope. He's just trying to fucking leave, dog.
It's a sheer stone surface, so unfortunately the hand axe do nothing to help you.
And it's too steep, I assume, to try to fucking
Yeah.
spider monkey up. Yeah.
Well,
Time
I
to
guess we
ask
have to
the-
go to the other archways.
Time to ask the captive where the exit is.
We don't have to do that.
Do you know where the exit is? Nod for yes, shake your head for no.
Single eyebrows raised.
Have you suddenly gone deaf? Oh my god, you don't know where the exit is, do you? Actually, could I roll insight to try and figure out what she's saying? I don't want to talk. Actually, I can talk about her without her spitting bullshit about Adam. I cast message on her, and Yvald says,
You could just not answer. Though.
Yeah.
"We'll deal with that when we get there." Yvald once again kind of just points at her despite standing really
When we
close.
get there.
And once again, you see her lips start moving as if she's speaking, but no sound comes out as she casts a message, and she says, "Look, do you know or do you not know where the exit is? You can respond to this message."
Of course I know.
All right.
Cosima wants to
That's-
watch
that's the
her
entire
eyes while she knows this is going on. Do her eyes dart anywhere instinctually or anything?
Ooh,
Here's the
that's
thing,
good.
Cosima.
That's a good one.
Cosima, describe your eyes to me.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, damn.
I mean, you can still see when an eyeball moves, though, right?
Absolutely, you can.
It was like the red veins. You could tell if they look right. Low.
So
No, I have no Casima's eyes are just solid purple spheres. There's no sclera, there's no iris, there's no pupil, and she has my face right now.
Yeah, so you can make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Just instinctually. Damn, guys, Luciana's
7.
an asshole, huh? Can't tell.
I want to hurt her, but that would be bad.
I
I
know,
mean-
right? It's like one of those crucial moments when you need the captive, but you want to kill the captive so bad.
You don't
So-
have to kill her.
It's Amy from Amy's Pain.
Oh god.
You can't tell where you can't tell if her eyes dart anywhere or not. It is a little bit dim in this place,
Yeah.
but you know.
I think it's so wild that changelings don't have dark vision. Like, I'm not over that, but
It sucks, I know.
No, it does suck.
Sucks so much.
So you vote.
Yveld kindly goes, alright. Here's how it's gonna go. You have a very simple option here. Either one, you tell us where the exit is, or, you know, I slowly and methodically break all the bones in your fingers. It's really simple. She does say this loud, by the way, not in a message. And
Cosima
here's the
does,
thing,
like,
we're not gonna
that,
kill
like,
you.
expression where your mouth shrugs, because she's impressed.
We're not gonna kill you. We're not gonna do that. I mean, I don't know about these guys actually. Maybe they're feeling murderous, but I'm not. I don't like the whole murdering people.
Size, murderous intent.
Cox more with murderous intent.
Cox boy.
I'm not feeling murderous. I don't like the whole people murder thing. But I am feeling, you know, violent. So, what's it gonna be?
Confused.
And she
says
smiles.
You're saying all this out loud.
Yes, I am saying this all out loud.
She nods her head.
Is that a yes? You are going to show us where the exit is?
A single nod.
Could I insight check that?
It's a nod, and you can only see half her face with disadvantage, but yes, you can.
Well, it's better than nothing. Sure. Okay, roll 1. That's an
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna assist with this if I can.
Sure.
sure. In that case, it's on 18 plus perception, right?
Insight.
Oh, insight. Insight. Yeah, that's +1. That's 19 in total.
She appears to be telling the truth.
Oh. Yuval leans in and a bit quieter says, "If you lied, I am gonna keep my part of the bargain." She smiles again and says, "All right. So, lead the way."
So, she makes her way to the leftmost passage. I'm assuming Cosima is right behind her.
Yeah, Cosima's maintaining positive control.
Yuval's
Okay.
following really
got an
close
arm,
to
a hand
Luciana.
on each arm.
Just so she
Sai-
doesn't
Hand on
forget that
one
she's
arm,
right
sorry.
there.
How wide is this hallway that we're in?
One person wide. You're not going to be fitting two people
shit.
shoulder to
Alright.
shoulder.
Alright.
But in
Okay,
any
then.
case, so as you begin to make your way down the staircase, even in the gloom, Cosima, you do notice this single finger point towards you with a tiny strand of copper wire wrapped around the middle. You hear in your head,
I do wonder what it would be like to be so constrained in Borean. I do wonder why you decided to explore other paths.
suppose we shall see.
And I
The
assume that's in
finger-
my head.
That's in your head. That's message.
Yeah, I'm not responding. Just pushing her onward.
Absolutely. So, lead you down this upper spiral staircase and onward. And you get to the base of it, and you're in this room. And even in the gloom, you guys do see this skeleton that is swathed in what once could have been burgundy clothes are now just rags. There's cobwebs and whatnot run rampant over the corpse. She leads you onwards and up in a flight of stairs. You come to this almost solid wall before she knocks it forward with her knee, and you are back out into the same hallway that you came down from initially. Maybe 30 feet from the stairs up into the kitchen.
Nice.
Nice.
And Adam's gonna. He was at the flank again and pushes forward and just kind of speed walks towards.
Oh, wait. Is this the area where we picked up the magnesium flare?
Yep.
Oh, great. Yvonne goes to the bag. And I'm gonna pick up the entire, I'm gonna dump out all the moldy food and just pick up the bag and anything left in it.
So in there is essentially about 15 more sachets of salt, about the size of your thumb each, and about 4 cylinders just filled with iron fillings. They're about maybe the size of the base of your palm to the tip of your middle finger.
Okay.
Those
Iron.
Is
Those
this
are
the
the
one with
ingredients to
the?
put
Is this
night.
the one with the chute down it at the end, or is that
Shoot it.
somewhere else?
This is that hallway, but you're
Okay.
closer to the kitchen stairs.
I'm gonna go and grab the rope that
Thank
that
you.
they had tied.
Good call.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Would I know about it? Hold on. Was that would have been after I slid down, wouldn't it have?
Oh yeah.
So I don't do that. I actually don't do that because I don't even know it's there.
Well, but we
Alright.
did discuss that we didn't have our rope anymore when we were trying to tie up Luciana.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. I'll leave it to the DM. Does
You can
Sai
go
know
get it if
that
you
the-
want to. It's
Alright,
not
Sai's
a big deal. You can go grab
Sai's
it.
gonna
It's
go,
just
Sai's gonna
rope.
go get it. I just don't like to be
It's-
meta, okay?
It's
So-
I'm gonna go grab the
100 feet
meta.
of
It's
rope.
it's a
Okay,
lot of
I will
rope.
grab the- I will
No,
grab
I
the
mean,
rope.
in terms of metagaming, there are definitely worse things to metagame about.
But also, it's 100 feet of rope, and I want my rope back.
I'm gonna grab the
Luciana
right,
was
I-
trying to bring about the start of Vihar's reign. What? You don't know that? I do
I also
now.
had 50 feet of rope because I came back
Alright.
the same way.
So how do I add feet of rope to my?
Just
to
put
my
it in your
thing?
notes. Just put
Oh,
it in
you're
your
keeping
notes.
our rope?
Yeah, basically. For
Excuse
now.
Devilish.
You're gonna
How
carry all
could
that?
you?
He wants to see if anybody remembers. He's
You
checking their
didn't ask for it
memory.
back.
Basima
That's crazy,
and
man.
Eveld discussed it in the room when we were
Yeah.
tying up Luciana. We obviously remember.
All right. He's going to go over there. He's going to take the 100-foot of rope, and he's gonna try and hide it, and see if they notice.
Hey God.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so it's
Aren't you
100
a
feet.
half-
100.
It's 100 feet, so stealth check, so sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
you can do that. We got this. Double teams, let's go! All
Yeah.
right, well, let's see. Sleight
What
of
was
hand
that?
plus
What was
3.
that?
I got a double 19 for a sleight of hand. Is dexterity plus 3? That would be 22.
No.
So here's the thing. Cosima and Yvel can both make perception checks.
I would very much like to do that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And
Gotta beat it.
you're not
God damn it.
dumb.
I'm
You
not
went-
gonna-
you saw the direction Sai went in, so you can make those perception
Sorry.
checks with advantage.
Oh,
Good.
That's an 18 plus 3. That is a 20. 21. Yeah.
Yeah,
holding
I've got
the
a
rope.
16.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
I rolled a 22 for my sleight of hand.
Wait.
19
Say
plus
sorry.
God damn.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Never
19
mind.
plus bonuses. Never mind.
19 plus 3 for my
Yeah.
sleight of hand.
Okay,
22.
yeah, fair.
Here's the thing, bro. You might not see how he's managed to hide 100 feet of rope upon him, but you're also not extremely dumb.
No, you're not
And
dumb. He's not gonna
went
keep
down
it
the
from
whole
you.
went down the whole way
He's not gonna keep
and it's
it.
come
Try
back
No,
it
he's
later.
not.
with nothing.
Yup.
There was no other reason to go down there.
I
Yeah.
just walk back with nothing in my hands.
Oh my God.
Yavel turns to Sai and says,
Out of
"Oh, Sai,
control.
Sai, did you get the? We left some rope there. Did you get it?"
I pull out the 100 feet of rope. It's just like,
So-
You
I don't
slowly
wanna know
pull
where you-
all of it
I-
out. You sit there for
My
5
good sir,
minutes.
I do not want to know where you were hiding that.
As Sai
He's just pulling it
pulls
out like a magician.
it's so, like here's the thing. You didn't see this in the gloom, but essentially he pulls out maybe 15 to 20 feet of it from the backpack, and it comes wrapping around, snaking beneath the shirt, and just begins yanking it upwards. As the 100 feet of rope with the knot tied halfway through it comes spooling out.
Oh, jeez.
Why?
because Sai is like this. Don't ask why.
Why? Yavel
He
just
really
like
is.
Siva's got
Yavel just takes the rope
Siva's got one
gingerly.
hand on Luciana's rope and is just like, "What are you doing?"
Yavel takes the rope gingerly, and
Why?
maintaining eye contact with Sai is gonna start untying the knot. She doesn't say anything. She just looks at him.
Sai is just he's stone faced, but he's just got this slightest grin on him, just like
He's a
just
10, but he
handing
steals your
out the
rope.
Right.
Yavel unties the rope, hands the 50 feet to Cosima, and takes the other and puts it in her pack. And then she kind of almost jumps a bit and is like, "Wait, hang on a sec," and turns to Luciana and is like, "What about the body in your room? What's up with that? I forgot about that. I forgot you had a body
What
in
the
there."
fuck was up with that?
Yeah.
She is gagged.
Yveld
He is what?
She's gagged.
Oh, okay.
Yveld approaches her and
I got
says,
tired of her
"I'm
talking.
going to take
shit.
yeah."
I mean, I think Adam's real far ahead. So it's not in earshot, presumably.
Yeah, but also there's
Yeah.
Cosima and the others, and Yveld approaches her and says, "If you start talking shit and getting onto her nerves, the gag's coming back on, and she is gonna untie it." Well,
The body was merely a calling card.
For whom?
You use bodies for calling?
Well,
And
the
he
body
didn't want me to
was.
kill her.
Well, the body has been long dead for decades, so I did not think people would mind too heavily if I took old Lord William Fairfax's Alamo to.
Just a little bit of grave robbery for your Friday night, right?
We do a little trolling.
Essentially, I thought your
Seems
dear
good for
friend
their feet.
Oswald might appreciate the gesture.
Why would I appreciate it? What?
Well, you did take all the notes and whatnot on Stradspire when you accepted my offer of employment.
So you decided to leave a body?
that's a bit extra.
Well, you might have noticed that in the study upstairs there is a portrait of Lord William Fairfax. I assume that you all found the necklace.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes.
And
Well, Lord William Fairfax was in love with a commoner's girl called Annabel Ward. She was supposedly a spiteful individual. And eventually, after a lot of cases of adultery, Lord Fairfax decided to take matters into his own hands. Came to her house at an evening under the cover of darkness and saw her, how do you say, dangling tongues. When her consort left, he went in, and only one walked out. It's a bit of a hush-hush situation. No one likes to be reminded of their town's misgivings, but I was interested. I thought maybe when you saw the Rothfang boy on the stairs, maybe you'd begin to put it together that it was not as it seemed here, but it seems you only scratched the surface. The body was simply a body.
You are weird, lady. You
Yeah,
are really
not the
weird.
not the fun and interesting kind of weird either. That's just
You're just scary
unnecessary.
weird.
No, that's not scary weird. That's just unnecessary. Just write a letter next time. I don't know, in code if you want to feel special or something.
I did write a calling card.
Yeah, and then you left a body.
As an exclamation point. Nothing more.
That's stupid.
This woman is
If
fucked
you wish to
up.
tangle with higher powers, then be prepared for uncertainty.
I don't think I like you.
Cryptic talk does not excuse you from making a stupid ass
I
decision
shall.
to leave a dead body as your calling card. That's just she laughs a
I shall.
bit. That's
Maybe
just
I will.
ridiculous.
Maybe I'll put it simply for you then. If you wish to delve into the arcane further than you have currently gone, be prepared for when you knock on the door. Sometimes it may open.
Can Sai just like conjure his
I'm
thorn whip
sh-
and he's just gonna gesture to the group. He's like, I mean, we could use this to silence her. It'd be a lot. It'd send a message, and he
Oh.
like stretches the thorn whip.
Why? I don't think I wish to
Such
party.
brutality. Interesting.
Yeah,
Tell me.
he just- yeah. Well,
Oh,
Were you
hold
not
on.
curious as to why Fairfax decided to not chase after you and Sadia? Oh, you didn't know?
Oh, that's who the poltergeist was. Neat. No.
Why do you think
please,
he went
explain.
upstairs?
Hmm.
I'm assuming you all know that spirits are drawn to, well, things that have had great meaning to them in their past life.
Huh.
The calling card
Makes
was for you.
much more sense.
The exclamation point was for Fairfax.
You make a very good point. Never thought of it like that. Wow, that explains quite a bit. That's actually quite clever. Wait, why am I complimenting you?
Evil is a subject of morality.
Yes, you want to break apart the flesh. You're still evil.
And morality is
Your
relative.
morals and
Speaking of
well,
speaking of ghosts and spirits, why were you watching us fight that banshee?
I was curious to see what had become of the old mage's experiment.
Oh?
Yes.
Huh?
What kind of
Like,
experiment?
Well, there is a man around the town. Are we going to stay in this place the whole night, or are you going to leave me upstairs?
Out of spite? Sure.
We can walk and talk. Answer the question. As Yuval does start moving. Now that we've got the rope, we got the
Well.
bag. Yeah.
There is indeed a, well, former mage, sick wife, you know how it goes, decides to start looking into, arcane, trying to save, trying to heal, fix, and it, as always, goes terribly awry, and sometimes kills a person.
Why must you be
When
so
they-
mean?
She's not
I'm
being
not
mean, she's
being
being
mean, I'm simply
informative.
stating the facts. Why do you think Lockwood wanted people to help for weeks on end? He simply wanted someone to go and slay the monster that he had created. So he wouldn't have to look at his mistake.
Oh.
Sai kind of looks disappointed because he had believed in that
dang.
old man, and now he's realizing that he had been lied to, and he's just
Told you
like
it was always the
pointed.
spouse.
That
Oh,
sucks.
don't get me wrong. His intentions were wonderful. To save a sick person, I'm sure that would fit in with one of your friends' morals at least. The other, maybe not so much. The end result? Well, you saw that for yourselves.
So
Dang.
creepy when you say it like that.
So wait, break this down. So the spouse was the one who killed the wife and had accidentally resurrected her, trying to correct his mistake, and ended up creating a banshee instead.
He
So-
accidentally created the banshee trying to save her from whatever illness she had or something.
Oh,
This is
okay,
what
so he
Luciana
didn't kill
is
her
saying.
intentionally.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Which like sucks to suck,
so,
but man, own
yeah.
up to your mistakes. Like,
so she did not die from this man's actions.
Maybe, maybe not. You don't know. This is Luciana talking.
Yeah, true. Don't know either.
So what is it you want from me then? Because I am at your mercy.
well, Evil kind of awkwardly turns. She's got a point. What are we gonna do with her?
Your friend wants to kill me, the other one wants to torture me, the other one wants to... I'm not quite so sure. So, pick and choose.
Well, you got the main idea. None of us kind of, like you.
By the way, just so you know,
Well-
Sai still has the thorn whip. He still has the
Yeah.
thorn whip in his hands.
I figured.
Here, I don't think turning her into proper authorities matters to her. Not just in a moral sense, but in the sense that she's not the kind of person that just remains held.
Yes. Are you suggesting we
while
just let
normally
her
I'm all about
loose?
solution, no, I'm suggesting we kill her.
I don't
As-
know. I mean,
When I first tried to, we have a name from her. We know who she serves. We other people in on, but she is not any good to the world.
Sai is gonna speak up in this moment after you end that sentence, and he's just gonna say, "After all the shit I've seen this week, I know that death probably ain't the end for someone like her, especially with the shit that she dabbles with."
But it's one hell of a stalling method. And what would you rather
do
do?
you
Keep
want
her alive so
another
she can
evil
gather numbers?
ghost wandering
No,
about?
please, no more evil ghosts. I don't want any more evil
We're
ghosts.
in
It
a
takes
haunted.
time for that kind of thing to happen.
We're in a haunted
She-
fortress of sorts.
Well, we obviously wouldn't kill her here.
We could kill her somewhere where
We could kill her
she
somewhere
could
and then
come
bury
back
her
to
in
us.
Most
hollow
ghosts
ground,
are
or kill
literally
her on
formed
hollow
because
ground, or-
of murder cases. That's
We
like
could
the
always
number one
submit her
leading
to
This
the
is
cause of
murder.
death.
authorities.
This is execution.
Is there a bounty on her head? We could submit her to the authorities. They'll lock her up, and then she gets to rot
They'll
away
lock
in
her
a
up and
cell.
then she'll get out.
Why would there be a bounty
We
on me?
don't know-
I
we
am
don't know
simply
that
an
for
arcane
sure.
researcher.
DM, quick
Yes.
question about mainly the somatic components of spells. Hypothetically,
Yes.
if I was to injure her hands, would you be able to cast somatic spells? I'm essentially thinking
Random
thinking of
house.
ways.
Really, you want to injure them?
Not like not
There are
chop them
ways
off
to
or
heal
anything, but
injuries.
break her fingers. Mainly so that like she would not be able to perform somatic components.
Make an Arcana or Survival check, your choice.
I am gonna do Arcana
I will
because
give
I am.
assistance. I will. Oh, if she had done survival, I would have tried to.
I can offer assistance to Arcana.
Okay, that's
Same.
a 14.
Well, this is developed
And-
mental thoughts.
I mean, yeah, actually, that's
Fair
a
enough.
14 plus 5. That's a 19. Damn.
You don't need it anyway. So, with a 19,
Some spells have a rather broad meaning into what hand movements they require if they're somatic in nature. but the majority of them do require fine motor control, as in like movement of the fingers and the thumbs. You could break her hands, her
And
fingers.
then they could be healed later.
If you wanted to.
turns to the group and says, I mean, now, okay, don't get me wrong. I don't, I don't like the whole killing part. What I suggest we do is, and she kind of casually, like, quietly cracks her knuckles. I don't know, just limit her ability to cast spells. Severely.
Find a way around it. Do you see how far she's come? She leaves bodies as calling cards.
Yes, but,
This isn't the kind of person a few broken bones is going to
And,
stop. I just...
Second. I just gotta check something real quick. And Yvelde, starts, moving her hands, almost as if she's playing with an invisible cat's cradle, as she pulls out a bit of fleece, pulls it around in her hands, and, creates an illusion of an apple, as she says, but many spells require the movement of hands. Now, broad gestures can be we can just they can just bind her. I'm just saying. They can just bind her like arms with rope if they're worried about her doing broad gestures, and I'm mainly suggesting we take care of the hands if they're so worried. Even that can be bound. I think we should hand her to the authorities and explain that, hey, she's a super powerful, maybe evil spellcaster, and you should take the utmost precautions. Morality's relative.
She left a corpse.
Oh, right, we have actual evidence. There. Yes.
Yeah.
Very weird.
I'm saying, how do you think anyone who leaves a corpse as a calling card has a questionable morality? Clearly, she's evil.
Do we know if moving a corpse is a punishable offense with jail time?
Moving a
She's in real life.
corpse?
Yeah, like
It would
moving
heavily
or
depend on
digging
the
up-
region itself.
Fuck.
And
Okay.
In this
Okay.
region,
Where I'm
like-
from.
where you're from, absolutely. Death
Okay.
is messing with death is unnatural where you're from.
Okay, in that case, then of course he's gonna think that all places are like this since he's never been at them, and he's gonna assume that this is just straight up wrong. So he's gonna okay. So he's like, again, she moved a corpse. We can bring her to the authorities. I'm just saying that you don't fuck with that.
Is moving a corpse punishable in
Collaring?
Pommering? Yes.
Not really. It requires permission and consent from the person or corpse's family and the graveyard, and you'd need to explain as to what reasoning you want. There is obviously the illegality of it that can be put into play if you take it, but heavily depends.
I mean, I'm just saying
Imagine it's
that,
similar in Borean, where there's
Yeah.
study of all branches of magic and stuff. So
I mean, I would say that, I don't really know how things function in this region, but I highly doubt she got permission from it, and I don't think that, oh, I left a corpse as a calling card is a valid reason for the exhumation of a body.
Do we know?
You
what
raise a
body
fair
she
point.
So yeah, there, hand her over to the authorities, explain that, hey, you should make sure that she, never speaks and never does weird shit with her hands, and keep all material items away from her just in case she does weird shit with them. And there you go, you're set.
I'm sure
the
that
name
the
of the
authorities
city
have
that we all
some way
just
of
came
dealing
from,
with-
DM.
Brentwin.
You really think a town like Brentwin is equipped to handle her as a prisoner?
I mean,
Why do you
maybe?
think she got away with all the things she got away with? Definitely not! She'd probably be caught by now.
Is there somewhere we can take her that would be able to handle her?
At least a major city. I mean, not a backwater like Brentwin.
I concur.
I mean, yeah, that's probably a better idea.
At the very least, I don't think that we should trust her with the authorities in terms of containing her. as much as I hate to say it, I think we need to hold on to her. Or, like I said, the better option would be killing her.
Again, she could turn into a ghost and kill us all, most likely.
I don't know
Yvald.
how ghosts work, so I'm going to keep out of that conversation.
Yvald grumbles a bit and then says, well, I'm not going to be the one to do it. I can knock her out, but I'm not going to kill her.
I don't see the point in killing her.
Also, yeah, we absolutely should not do it here. I'm assuming we're still in the keep, right?
You're
Still
in, like,
walking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Adam's
probably still
out
in the
there.
vicinity of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you will notice, it is maybe 4 a.m. or so.
Yep. Oh, I guess it was just a passive thing.
I can
Wait,
go with,
what was a
I-
passive what?
I kind of
Time is
agree that-
accelerated. It is now 4 in the goddamn morning.
It was about
I-
9-10 p.m. when you went in.
Did it feel like that amount of
That's
time
accurate.
passed?
Nope.
No,
Huh, that
Oh,
is...
okay.
That's some weird shit.
it's freaky.
And plot twist, it's 10 years later. No.
Oh no!
Boys, they're all grown.
You look towards the town and it's not there. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's like a creepy pasta. No.
But Sai is just gonna speak up in this moment and be like, I kind of agree that we should probably knock her out. Just to make sure she doesn't do any funny business.
I agree. Boris, knock her out.
How's Boris gonna do that?
But if he
He's-
starts
he's
charging,
very-
Casima's gonna drop. Casima's gonna drop
like a
Luciana so
charging
fast.
bull.
So
Yvald starts unclipping her
Doesn't-
crossbow to, butt her in the head.
he doesn't charge forwards, Boris. He just walks forward, looks at you expectantly, Cosima, and mechanical eyes whirring and swirling.
Boris?
I mean, I'm
Boris?
not gonna fully let go of her, but I'll back away arm's length and like have my hand still on the ropes that she's tied with.
Kicks back up onto the hind hooves and brings the front ones just slamming straight down into her back, and wrenches her out of your grasp, Cosima, and then just walks over to the back of the head, and as she is groaning in pain, and just slams the base of his chin upon it.
Oswald
Beautiful.
is
Pat him.
just
Good boy.
dead staring the boar.
What a
Just
wonderful creature. Yvald
wide
puts
eyed.
her crossbow back to her
That
back.
I'm.
You see
How are you doing that?
He's
Oswald?
lovely. Look at him.
Why-
Oswald,
Casima's gonna make
Yeah?
sure that
Yes,
the ropes
Roland?
haven't come loose.
bark down another notch, please.
Yep.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Sai is chuckling right now after he just what he just witnessed.
That's not
He
you.
is chuckling.
Please remind me how many notches you have.
3. 3.
Oh, dear.
There are 3 of them.
I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh boy!
Oh boy.
What the fuck is up with this bull?
Ooh,
It's
that's
alive.
not good. That is 7 total.
Oh no.
7 total.
Yeah.
Oh no.
-2, baby.
If you would remind me, Oswald.
Yeah.
What is, obviously you lived in a place far out of, well, not that necessarily so far, but away from the city itself. Remind me the name of the city, please.
Domus Mar.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
You told Cosima, or Yveld, I can't remember exactly which, but you told one of them that you had designed Bars after wars that resided near your homeland, home city.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at him, it's odd, but something about it, what he's just done, brings your mind back to that conversation. For a split second, you feel like something
grasping for a shattered edge of a memory. And there's just one thought that strikes you but is gone in an instant, faded instantly to the point where you don't really draw too much conclusion from it, but the thought is, there are no boars near Damas Moir.
Oh dear.
I am opening you up when we have a moment. You are acting so peculiar. And he's going to walk over to Luciana's unconscious body and just fling her on top of his back.
I'm so glad we don't have to
Okay.
carry her.
The ropes are secure on her wrists, right?
Yes.
Can I also tie some around her ankles now that she's unconscious? As the one is
Absolutely.
carrying her. Let's say. I do that.
Okay.
I'll use my
So-
dagger to like cut off a section of my rope if I have to.
So, is there anything anyone wants to do while you make your way back towards Brentwood?
Yvelta just like takes a bit of a moment to, listen in and see if the keeper has been active in any capacity. But other than that,
That other attention, well, multiple attention, when you glared at her, still very much there behind your eyes. This kind of not uncomfortable but noticeable pressure.
hmm
Still present, still watching. And this is the first time in a long time the keeper has paid so much attention to what you are looking at and what you are doing, because it does respect your need for privacy. You can't tell if that's a good or a bad thing right now.
Look at my boar. My boar is amazing.
Now, with that,
Yvonne spends the rest of the road just like looking at Boris because she loves his like absolutely incredible machinery.
yes. Well, with
I'm
that,
full of shit today.
well, thank you for that comment because we're going to end tonight's session.
Impeccable.
Oh man.
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
That's hilarious.
Questions,
Now we're a
thoughts,
group.
comments, criticisms are always appreciated. Please hit me
So
with them.
where
I have
he's
so-
on the back of the
oh,
board
Did
right
her
now.
face revert when we knocked her out?
Yep.
Thank God.
Oh, you finally did that.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, it
on a
took us a
meta level,
while.
When I say that I designed Boris, in that line, when I said I designed Boris, based off of boars near my home in Domus Mar,
Yeah.
I was just talking out of my ass. I didn't care if it was true or not because I figured you would clarify.
Oh, yeah, and it's been
That is
clarified
so
now.
funny.
Yep, yes it
Enjoy.
has.
Oh
Dun
damn.
dun dun.
I am so intrigued with whatever the fuck is going on with Oswald and Boris. Like
Me
can't
too.
wait.
I am going to crack him
Oh my
open
God.
like an egg.
ship of Theseus, more like ship
By
of
the way-
Boris. Like he's
by the
not
way,
making it out whole through this.
Sai finds Boris hilarious, and he has no idea there's anything wrong
He
with it.
looked up at Cosima. He looked up at her and be like, "Hey."
Pigs can't look up. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he looked up instead of like knocking her to his height. No, he's like, "Could you please kindly put her down so I may hit her upon the head?"
He's a
Instead of
polite,
just-
lovely lad. I love him.
Instead of being Occam's razor, I'm so intrigued. I want to crack him
Angry.
open.
You're angry that your boar has.
I'm not angry. As a player, I am fucking intrigued. As a character, as Oswald, he's like, "What the fuck is up with this fucking machine?"
Oswald doesn't like Boris's manners.
It's not that he doesn't like it. He's just befuddled because he's doing the tasks, but he's being so.
He's putting
Like,
his own
human
twist
like-
on
What?
them.
Confused at your machine's manners, huh? What's wrong with
Not
machines?
mad, like he's being so
He's
interactive. Like,
improving. He's learning.
So
Rat
to
like
understand
this-
to understand Oswald, you need to understand that the Steel Defender, that is the Battlesmith subclass, does whatever is asked of it without question by its creator.
I know, no,
Yeah.
I know that.
When-
I know that. It's
Half
just
the
that both me and
players-
Yvel share the sentiment that Boris is a wondrous
this-
little guy
Yeah.
and is an
Mhm.
incredible piece of machinery. And the
I
fact,
lo-
like, in Yvel's eyes, the fact that, oh, it's somewhat intelligent is just, really cool.
If
I wonder
this
if
is-
Oswald is aware of that. If he's just is Oswald aware that everyone's mistaking your boar's interactions
He's not
as being
concerned. He's not
advanced?
concerned about that. That is not what he's focused on the boar and its actions. You're all being like, "Wow, this is an amazing, intelligent boar." He's not hearing that. He's in his own mind thinking, "Why are you not just being Occam's razor?" Because he goes halfway up the stairs and he's doing the tasks, but he's
Just in
doing
his
them
own
in a
little
way that
way.
is not like Occam's razor to the point.
Right, like
Be right back, guys.
simplest path of least resistance, all that stuff.
Exactly, which is what he, in Oswald's mind, was designed to do. Just follow
Yeah.
the orders. But he's being interactive. He's looked up to Cosima. Is like, he shouldn't even acknowledge that she was a factor. He should have just tried to knock her down and then hit her on the head.
Yeah.